Okay, that music was so boring. That like hold music that was playing.
It just
It's still
Yikes!
playing.
It's still playing.
yeah.
No, we're live. We're live. This is the part where everybody has the realization that we're live in front of thousands of people. I'm just kidding. Will, are you there?
I am here.
What's up, dog? Andy,
Yo,
welcome to the
How am
stream.
I getting? You guys getting a loop? I'm getting a loop like crazy.
Are you gonna loop? No, we sound good. Classic looper. Well, welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm just gonna keep talking until Will figures out his problem.
I have the live, like the preview on Instagram is playing back.
Oh, can you mute it?
no, I just shut it off because I wasn't able to mute it.
Just like have it on your phone or something like that, like the comments or whatever.
Hold on. I think I fucked
So
up.
you're hearing like a delay. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Wow. Andy, what's going on? How's your week? Tell me all the gory details. No. I'm just
Oh
kidding.
yeah, I was. It's
But
okay. I
no,
told
it's like
people
you
I
need
got.
the tab open to be live from the top.
Oh, well, that's confusing.
Will's like our old grandma trying to connect it.
How do? How
How do I
do?
turn this on? How do I turn this on? I know I just cut out the live stream on Instagram because it was kind of feedbacking.
You- I think you're still live regardless. Yeah, I
Yeah?
can see you. Yeah. Will, I think you
good?
might even be able to navigate away from that screen.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
let's.
Beautiful. Okay, beautiful. I just shut it down. As long as I'm
So
still
did I.
live.
Okay, well.
That still works. I think there is an
Well,
issue with that though, being able to stop that live later, but we'll.
oh, right. I guess you can't. No, I think this program we're using will stop it. So
Well,
we're good.
We'll find out. It's less offensive to my brain now. I can.
Right. Now you can think. Yeah. You can
That's
think and
actually what
be.
my brain sounds like all the time.
Is it?
It was just delayed repeating of 3 streams of consciousness, and that was
Your
overwhelming.
your your brain is a delay pedal. Yeah.
Multi-tap delay pedal.
Dude, that was a like
Wow.
one of those Frippertronics loops going on in my brain. Oh my
Oh my
god!
god. Awesome. Well, welcome, dudes. Welcome to the meeting of the minds. How are we? We haven't figured out a name for this yet. Didn't we have like a fun name for it? It was.
No, I was making a ton of
A
dumb
lot of
names.
really shitty ones.
Yeah, a lot of real bad ones. Yeah.
A
But
lot
that's
of-
okay. We're here. We're here. We made it. We made it to the end of 2023. I watched this we were like watching YouTube last night, and it was like the year summarized from like Vox, and it was like 7 minutes of just like pure sad stuff. It was just like this happened, and this happened, and this happened. Oh, and everybody was upset about this, and I was like, oh
Okay,
man.
you gotta be careful when you say Vox when you're talking about gear because I'm like Vox amps. Why is Vox amps talking about
Oh right.
sad shit?
Yeah.
I was so
Yeah. Vox is just saying all this stuff about Gaza and stuff, and I'm just so confused. I subscribed to the wrong YouTube channel. Oh my gosh.
I just wanted
Yeah.
an AC30, bro.
Yeah. Now I have to put my amp money towards a cause. Shit. Yeah. No, this is not that type of channel. Wow. So, guys, did you have a nice year?
Yeah. Overall,
yeah.
yes. Overall, yes.
Will
Overall?
did. Will had a good year. Just 2 days ago, he was telling me how great his year was.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Do
It was
do
the
tell.
year of
What's
gear.
the secret?
The year of gear for Will.
It was a very good year for gear. I mean, it's hard to not come across like a dickhead about that. But no, a lot of very cool stuff that I got to work with, and it's awesome. Like,
What was like the worst one you? No, what was the worst one?
because there's everything.
There was one really.
There's
There's this that one thing that we chatted about in the chat.
Well, there was one thing I did. Oh, I don't know. I'll just say I got a power supply.
oh shit.
I got a power supply.
Oh
I
yeah,
won't say
I
from
remember
where.
that. That was
Remember that?
yeah, that was not good.
No.
I'm
It was
happy
just
I
like
didn't.
daisy. It was daisy chained. It was like it was like I thought.
Oh, it was just like
isolated
three
outputs.
like little wires inside. Who was who?
They were
What
really pushing the
manufacturer?
fact that it wasn't. They were trying to sell the fact that it wasn't isolated supplies. Like you don't need that. Guitar players don't. You don't want an isolated power supply for your pedals.
Right. I think the funny part is that I don't actually know what that means. Like I've put together amps, I've made pedals, but I don't actually know what that means when they say it's isolated.
It means like it's yeah. Go ahead, Will.
Every output has its own transformer. Like there's like, if it's not isolated, everything's sharing the same exact power supply and the same bank of amperage voltage.
Sure, I understand that, but
So when it's
wouldn't
isolated, everything has its own.
like transformer inside of it?
Yeah. So like that 500 milliamp does not. That current doesn't get shared with any of the other taps.
So this is where I was confused because I didn't read the manual when I got it. So I'm like, oh, I'll just power my pedalboard with this pedal and I turn it on and it doesn't work. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, because I see the isolated thing's interesting because I used one of the, and I still do, the True Tone one, the CS something or other.
Yeah.
And one of the interesting things about that power supply, and this is starting this off by super nerdy talk, by the way, is that it shares the amperage between each output, which
Oh yeah. So they can like.
yeah, so like it doesn't actually matter what output you use, it will just take whatever's left. But then it's like, well, is it an isolated power supply? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know.
Oh man, we gotta thank Mark. Mark, thank you for the
Yeah. What's up?
whatever you call that. What is that? I don't think they call it a donation, but dude,
Sent
thank
it
you.
3 times
Thanks,
for me.
Mark.
Apparently, I said thank
A
you.
pledge. It's a pledge
It's a
of
pledge.
allegiance
Yeah.
to the pedalboard
Yeah.
and
Mark's a good
pedal
dude.
gear industry.
Works a lot with the brothers Frank.
Oh man,
He does
Really?
a lot-
those guys.
Yeah. A lot of the CNC designing and prep work and
Oh, cool. So he's a Franker. He's a Franker.
he's like a fourth Frank bro.
Oh, awesome. Well, thanks for watching, Mark. Thanks for hanging out.
So there's 3 Frank brothers.
I think 3 that I know of. I mean, I haven't been to a family get together.
Not yet. You
Are
gotta
they
buy-
actually brothers? Or they're brothers in?
No, brother. Yeah, they're brothers.
They're like blood brothers. You know when you like cut your hand and you like do like the arm thing? Yeah, that's it. It's how you get the disease, but still.
Let's see if I can load up
Yeah.
Instagram from a burner
Cool.
account. That I use.
So you guys had some good gears. You had some funky ones come through. I had it's funny. I had 2 pedals I had to send back to manufacturers this year, which hasn't happened to me in ages.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't think it's it's not shaming them, but like Chase Bliss, I had a issue with one of my things, and the guy was amazing. And he sent back my generation loss, and it was like not a super common issue, but something that was just straightforward. I was like, oh, thanks.
They are. Chase was great for that. That was like before I even got into all this stuff. Right when the preamp Mark II came out, I bought one,
Okay.
and I remember like I had been using the Benson preamp for my main drive, and I was like, man, the preamp Mark II has like nowhere near the amount of gain my preamp does. Like
Right.
it's a noticeable difference.
Okay.
So at first I was like, this is obviously fucked. This is broken. My robot pedal's broken.
My robot.
And
She's now.
I emailed Chase Bliss about it, and Joel got back to me like direct, and then he like overnighted a new preamp to me to compare to see if it was
Right.
like, and he's like, just send back whatever one
Sounds
is better for you.
right.
Turns out they just have less gain than the preamp.
Oh, so it was you. You were yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
User error. Wow.
I mean, I don't know, if it's error, rather than I wasn't well informed.
Right. Yeah. Sort of like when you I feel like I've had people complain about a DS1 not having a lot of gain, like volume, and it's
Yeah.
just part of a.
Yeah, that's basically all it was. I just didn't.
Right.
It just felt weird next to the I'd love to hear a new one. Actually, I have a new one I should test, but apparently, like the first run of Benson preamps have way more gain than
Really?
like Chris toned it back at some point.
Interesting.
I thought when Danny was going to talk about the TS1, I thought people was going to say the complaint he got was that it sounded like shit. Not that it helped.
Depends on whose channel you watch.
No, just don't use it in a mid-scooped amp. Is it mid-scooped amp? Yeah, right? Like this one in this amps, the Fender sounds like poop, but in this one sounds like because I got a mid control.
It's kind of a flat sounding. I don't want to say flat.
It's flat?
It's not flat.
It's not flat.
It's just got a shape to it, I guess. Yeah.
You don't know the shape it's got?
I don't know the shape it's got. You know the shape.
I mean, Boss doesn't either because those Boss manuals, there's nothing ever in them.
Gain
controls gain.
Gain controls
the level.
Yeah. Perfect. Wow.
All right. What's your favorite thing this year?
Man.
You narrowed
was actually
one thing.
I was trying to like remember everything that came out, and I have to admit your post you did on Instagram today helped me out a little bit. I was like, oh right, that delay came out this year.
Yeah.
right.
Also,
oh, right.
SDE was a big one. I feel like that regular one got kind of buried.
Right.
It's a shame.
Actually, the SDE 3000, Andy Wood just posted like an hour-long video about his new what is it called? His Eddie Van Halen pedalboard that he had one of those pedalboard builders make.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty cool. And he like nerds out hard on like the whole setup and everything. It's actually a really well done video. Like some seriously nerdy stuff going down with those guys. But I think I'm not really like I don't want to chase other people's tones, but I love the process that those guys go through to develop that. So I've always been a huge fan of like looking at like David Gilmour's pedalboard and being like, what is he? It's got the muff into an EQ. Oh, that's why it sounds good. Right.
It's got the muff.
Yeah. The muff.
I know you ever hear like David Gilmour talk about like his I don't know. He talks about himself playing. He talks about like his rig, and he's always just like so humble about it. It's just the sound of this going to the box. And I just bend the string and it makes a note. It's like,
I don't think I've ever actually looked up or watched anything about him talking about guitar playing.
There's
like
a good
few, like little short videos on YouTube, like they're very
yeah.
tiny. Yeah.
There's a good one of him explaining a tube amp, and he like picks it up and he like shows the back of the amp, and he's like, "These are the sound things that make good sound." And he has a way of describing his rig where he's like, I want it to sound like if I have my 412s behind me, I can like lean back and be like held up by the sound. He's he's not a very specific guy. He wouldn't be like, yeah, I love the mids on that fucker. but he's like, oh, good sound. Yeah.
But
he's had the same guitar tech. He's had the same guitar tech for like 50 years or something like that. So I mean, I'm sure he's just, hey, Phil, do your thing. Make the good, huh? Yeah?
Make it feel like I'm leaning back on air. That's how he describes his tone.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And
it should be like the new guitar. You know, like those guitar phrases? We wanted to do a video about like guitar phrases. That should be like, you turn this up and it feels like you're leaning on air.
Right. Yeah. He's being held up by the tone.
Like the guitar equivalent of the Nestea commercials.
Absolutely. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly it. I want to try to find that clip. It's good. Tube amp.
Are we allowed to play it? Like,
Oh, let's try. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can do
You're
it.
allowed to show
Here, it's 6 minutes long.
Oh,
Too long. It's too long. I'll post it in the chat. Here. Let's go in the chat.
In a world of 30-second videos.
Yeah, what was the best 30-second amp? What? Okay, I got a question for you guys. Of your 1 minute to 30-second long videos, what pedals did you do that was too short? That was too short of a time frame to really get across what you felt the pedal did.
My first instinct was to say technically all of them for me, but
Oh, oh, Muffin.
I don't have that problem. I don't know. I just feel like I really sit down and I just kind of think of like what's the most important features and that people will actually
Right.
care about, and that's what
I do have a fair share. There's definitely a few that I've had where I'm like, I feel bad that they wanted a 3 sounds for this because
yeah.
Right. Right.
we could have gone more. Like what was the one? I'm trying to think. Like I got the H90 this year, and
Right.
that's
Yeah. Like,
that came out last year, so it's the 2022 release. But there's a whole even like I'm going to do more than just one, or I've done 2 videos so far. I'm going to do a few, but it's definitely one of the ones that was like go a little farther. Even like the Boss, the DM101, I felt kind of weird doing. Oh, I did a different style for that one. I didn't do a 3 sound video.
I don't remember. Did you talk about it? I don't remember.
Yeah, I did a little like. I think that was one of the first ones I was like messing with the talking head thing and.
Right. I like the talking head. I like seeing you talk. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I think the Boss one too. Yeah, I think H90 had the same problem, or the LVX that was last year too. Had a lot of problem. Like I was in the sense of like there's like a million sounds in there, just like you show
Right.
one thing and you're not really touching any of the knobs.
Yeah, like I have the Mercury X. Oh, you got it in the background there too. I gotta mess with that.
right. How many reverbs do you need? I don't know. You'll
All of
find
them.
out. But
All of them.
I mean, I guess your job is not to like give them the whole story. It's to titillate. You're titillating, right? This
I
could
always-
come out of it. May not.
I like to look at my videos as like pedal hors d'oeuvres.
Right. Just a little
Like a little taste.
snack.
Honestly, I did feel like I had to show everything recently, but like I just don't have the time to do the reels and the YouTube at the same time. So I'm kind of like being more selective about the YouTube. But on the YouTube side, I try to show as much as possible.
I suppose
But
you
my
do. Yeah.
My stuff is
That
really
style.
pretty low effort. We spoke about this, Danny, before.
Yeah, we spoke about this.
No movement, just
No
like
effort.
constant
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I dig that. So what January look like for you guys? Did you just do the whole month? What? I feel like it's been such a blur. I don't even know where to start on my favorite stuff that I've seen this year.
Oh yeah, I don't even know. Like I had to go back and do a scroll today just to like put together pedals to take that photo and like try and
It's
remember.
funny because I did a scroll too, and I'm like, I don't know. I was like, what's my favorite? And I was looking, I'm like, I felt like I did a lot this year, but then I was like, it doesn't seem like I did a lot. I felt like just there's a lot of overdrives and fuzzes this year.
They're
That's
definitely.
something that-
Well, I mean, there was a lot of gear this year. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god! Like, I think they talk about what a recession indicator is. I think musical instrument companies releasing gear, it has to be a recession indicator just to get people excited about buying something else, right? But I mean, there's been some cool stuff. I mean, I certainly feel like there wasn't anything that was like, oh, they did that? Why? Yeah, like I don't know. It was a good year for gear, I think.
I liked all the Origin Effects pedals that were released. To be honest,
What,
I thought they were really cool.
Yeah.
Which ones were released this year? Tell me more about that.
The clone
all
style,
the mini ones.
all of them, eh? Yeah.
DCX boost, MEQ driver,
They were busy.
The clone one, there was the Halcyon Gold.
Halcyon
Green.
Gold. The green might have been. The green was last year,
Oh, okay.
but I think
Right.
the
Honestly, you know what? I remember. I think I told both. I remember plugging in the DCX Boost pedal from Origin Effects, and like right away, I was like, "Holy shit! This sounds really fucking good. Like really good."
yeah. So like that
see they
whole
have
line,
black.
except for the Halcyon green, is this year.
Yeah.
Wow, really? Man,
Yeah.
those boys have been busy. Because I've seen you guys do
Yeah.
the
But the
DCX
DC
boost. Someone was telling me about that one. I was complaining about boost pedals, and how I only ever
It's
use
not
the
really.
Timmy.
It's not really a boost. Oh, I don't know. It's an overdrive pedal, but it just sounds really. I don't know. Okay. Now I'm gonna go into describing sound, which Danny doesn't like. But it just sounds
really...
like it sounds very warm. Not warm. It's like warm without sounding dull. Does that make sense?
It's one of those just like, it's just better.
Yeah,
It's just better. It's better.
Like, you know, it's based on, like, you ever use like one of the Universal Audio 610s like in the studio, like the.
Of course.
It's based on that, so it's supposed to be that preamp as a guitar pedal.
Yeah.
So it's just like an analog,
Honestly, yeah.
warm.
I recommend that pedal to anyone. Like, it's analog. Yeah,
yeah, it's funny because when I was at one point, they gave me the option. They were going to send either the MEQ or the DCX, and I said, let's do the MEQ because I thought that was more my style.
Okay, fair.
And the MEQ was nice. It didn't like blow my mind the way I kind of hoped it would.
Okay.
And then a few months later, they sent the DCX. I was like, oh man, I should have got this the first time because I feel like I've been missing out.
Okay.
And it was like instant, like it's on my pedal board now. Well, technically not right now because it's still laying on the floor with all the other pedals from that photo because I didn't have time to clean up.
But to be honest, it didn't help because I think what I told Will was I told Will that I thought he was also gonna like the MEQ driver.
Oh right.
It's all good.
I'm
not mad.
You just let him astray.
I like my scoop sounds, and like DCX boots allows me to get that like keep my sound, but it just sounds better. Like
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fair. It's totally fair. It reminds me every time I see a low frequency, high frequency control like that, I think of a Timmy. It's probably not at all like a Timmy, but
probably not. But
yeah,
I'm trying to think if you want to break down gear month by month. I have no fucking clue. I could go back older though.
Month by month.
Yeah.
How
month by month.
Do you think I am?
We don't have that kind of time. Will, come on. This is a children's show.
I got no.
People need to go to bed. Yeah.
I do have curfew. Boys.
Well, yeah, the Origin Effects stuff. I mean, yeah, they've been very busy, clearly. So.
Yeah, they make great stuff, man.
I'd love to see them do a fuzz. Here's me complaining about fuzzes and overdrive. I'm like, Origin Effects, can you make a fuzz, please?
Please, sir, can I have a fuzz?
What fuzzes came out that wowed you guys? Let's go by categories.
Let me grab a couple off the floor.
Oh wow.
Let me grab 12 off the floor. There was the Collision Devices Taurus that I really liked. That was really good.
You were telling me about that one. Yeah.
I like fuzzes that have low pass filters. Like every fuzz should come with like a really kind of a low pass filter that you would get on a synth. I just love that.
Right,
you know?
right. This just looks to me. This just like looks like a future iconic pedal. You know, like a hello, yeah.
Yeah,
that's it.
Very sharp design.
Beauty.
Except for that toggle on the side is a bit. If you want like your pedal board to be really tight.
Yeah, what is that? Salt and pepper?
Ooh.
No, series and salt and pepper. Series and parallel.
Of what?
I forget. It's because I haven't plugged in my pedal. It's on my pedal board. I haven't plugged it in a long time, like months. But if I recall, you can stack the fuzzes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Series and parallel. I think so. Like, I don't know. Just open the manual. I always have to read it every once in a while. It's there.
Put the fuzz through the filter in
filter
serial.
In serial, or use both
Effects
in parallel.
in.
That's what it is. Sorry, it's putting the fuzz in the filter, or just having the filter in parallel. Sorry.
Okay, I get you.
That's cool.
What do you got? Will? What do you got, Will?
Mine would be the wonderful audio technology Fuzzlands. Focused on, yeah.
Focus camera.
Yeah, thanks Fuji. This thing is awesome. It's like vintage, modern, like it's a tone bender ish kind of thing, but he's got like a JFET stage built in to kick in. It gets really like thick modern tones.
Oh, cool. Okay. Awesome.
And then you can like one switch gets you like the really spitty Velcro style stuff. Like it's just badass. It's funny. Sometimes with small builder stuff, I'm always like, all right, we'll see how it goes. Like I don't know what. One of those like, oh shit,
Wow.
this thing is wicked.
Okay. That's dope.
And then yeah, now I think Buddy Blues and Sasha have blown it up with the blues YouTube community. So he's like selling a ton of these. It's a really nice pedal.
Cool. What makes it? I didn't see the front of it very well. I'm sorry. What? So it has a switch to add more gain.
Yeah. So
Earth.
he does do a thing.
It's one of those pedals.
This is one of my pedal pet peeves. Is things labeled not what they do.
Well, Ben, you know what Earth does?
I love the tones in this pedal, but the fact that like if I don't play it for a few months, I have to open the manual and be like, which one's Earth again?
What would Earth be?
Doing?
Is that mids? Is it like bass mid treble?
I'd have to grab the manual. I know
Earth is brown. It's brown sound. It's like
I know Roots is the J FET, and Nature is the one I push all the way up to get the Velcro sound.
No, I think it's nature. It's French, which means just like natural. So it's probably like a flat EQ.
Wow. He's
So I have to double check on that one. But what else came out this year? Oh, I'm gonna have a shout out because I see he's in Instagram chat there. But our little Canadian friend Aaron at Dominion, his new pedal dropped this last little bit. Faceless Fuzz.
Right. Did you do one for him for that one?
No, but it looks cool, and he's in the chat, so I'm just like, "What up, Aaron?"
Oh, Aaron, what's up?
It looks cool.
Yeah, I mean,
classic fuzz face, right? I mean, with some tweaks.
He seems to know his transistors. He posts a lot about transistors.
Yeah,
he loves talking about transistors. Right. Yeah, dispelling myths, which is always nice.
Yeah, that you don't need the germanium NKT with a little red dot to sound good.
Well, I wonder if there's enough. I'm sure he's probably going to answer this, but I wonder if there's enough demand for those old transistors that people are just totally faking them now.
I'm pretty sure there is. He'll definitely know, but I'm very, very.
It's like
very sure of that.
Like when people talk about like, oh, I found a box of those magical Klon diodes somewhere in the box. It's just sitting
great.
there.
They're labeled magical Klon diodes.
Wow, it's just they're there.
I feel bad. It was like I think I sent you like company Sinvertech or CKK Electronics. Like I found this miraculous tone. It's a miracle that I sent you that day.
Oh yeah.
Or was it Will? I think I sent it to Will.
With the 400 switches on it.
Yeah, go. I don't. The website never loads, but I think it's Sinvertech or CKK Electronics. Check out this pedal.
It's pretty wild.
It looks cool.
The manual for.
I don't even think a manual will help.
I think it looks fascinating. I think it's just like one of those things where it's like
an aptitude test I had to fill out when I started my job.
Oh yeah, it's the MGAT.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah,
that's intense.
I think it's like a plexi style thing.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a hardcore Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron says that people are even like cannibalizing other people's pedals to get those transistors now.
Get out.
Really? Yeah. Wow. They're like, screw you, analog man.
Yeah.
And then plop them.
Why don't they just pull a Vertex Effects and just rehouse those pedals that they're buying and then charge 8 times the price?
Going hardcore. I love it. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's because
no.
The profit margin to buy a used Sunface and call it a Vertex would be too high. It'd have to be like a Goyo.
Right.
So, yeah. No.
What about that guy? Do you remember that guy who did the freakish blues stuff? I miss that guy.
No.
You know who I miss? I miss that old guy demoing Boss pedals with the curly long hair and the bad shoes.
Johnny DeMarco?
Oh, Mac.
Really
I was just saying Mac DeMarco. That's different. Yeah. Johnny DeMarco.
Yeah.
Johnny, can you pull him up?
Authentic Boss tones.
See, it's just like one of those things where it's like.
I even tried to sneak that into one of my. I did. I did a video for that Pocket GT. And I said, packed full of authentic Boss tones.
We've even got a vintage British combo model for that raw, punchy tone.
Yeah.
How about that good old classic stack model? Now, I'm going to add a little bit of delay.
See, this just makes me feel bad for how far gear demos have fallen.
Check this out.
The mountain. We were already there, and now you have me and Andy. What a fucking downgrade.
What a downgrade, yeah. The guy. He was the guy. I'd love to like see him on like a podcast or something like that, just talking about what it was.
Just chain smoking and talking stories about fucking DS1.
Do you think he still has the hair?
Oh, I don't know.
That Cube GX line really.
That was so good. Because there was also, wasn't there also like Dr. Epiphone or what?
Will Jones.
Right. Yeah.
I've been out with that dude.
You've been out with him.
I have Will Jones stories. That dude is wild.
Will squared.
Will Jones.
Yeah. Build that dude
Dr. Epiphone? Is that what I'm trying to remember?
That's what they're calling him. Yeah, Dr. Epiphone. I'll see him. I'll know right away if you bring him up. That dude's a blast.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I do remember. Yeah.
I was out like downtown Nashville at 2 a.m. with that dude.
Yeah.
Singing karaoke.
Yeah. Dr. Epiphone. I assume he was more than just Canada though, right? He was.
No, he was a U.S. dude.
Yeah. He'd come up to Canada.
They would bring him around.
So he was like Paul Henning before Paul. Is it Paul Henning, the German guy who was bald, and just like. Demos pedals.
I just remember going to Nashville, and the one night it was like, "All right, everyone, the bus back to the hotel leaves at 9:30, or if you get your own way back, Will Jones will take you for a tour of Nashville." And we're like, "We're all going with that dude," and it was crazy.
We're all going with that guy.
It was a good time.
I love that. Yeah, I feel like mascots are kind of a dead thing, you know.
Yeah.
Who's a modern day Dr. Epiphone or Johnny DeMarco? I don't know. The guys from Sweetwater, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we talk about those guys? Do we want to talk about those guys?
I mean,
are we allowed to?
I mean, it's
gonna be nice.
Here, but if we want to, I got nothing wrong with Sweetwater. I never dealt with Sweetwater.
You don't have to be mean.
It's just too much talking.
Okay.
What do you think?
Not too much talking, not enough rocking.
Yeah, but this is a live stream. We've prepared people for talking. I just want to hear sounds.
I could plug in my aux right now and rip some buckets.
Please.
Some stanky stuff.
Lost tones.
Yeah.
I mean, Knobs and Chase Bliss, right? I mean, that's a mascot.
I suppose, yeah. Mascot might not
He's like
be the
their
right.
creative director now, or not creative director. He's got a cool title though. I don't call it. His title is better than mascot.
Yeah, he got out. He got out, guys.
He got out by getting in.
He won.
Product development. He's got a cool title.
Yeah, wasn't he?
There was Tor for TC that was a mascot.
Ah, I missed Tor. Tor was the bomb, huh?
He's with the UA now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't have like a public speaking
doesn't have
role.
the same presence that he used to have.
Jamie from Earthquaker.
Right.
Dan from Old Blood. He's the mascot.
I suppose.
He's like I feel bad calling them mascots. They're product developers. They're really designing the pedals.
Hey, You asked me who's the modern day mascot.
I think it's a little. I mean, Dr. Epiphone didn't design the Les Paul. Like, there's a difference there.
Yeah, I think he might have had a hand.
He was the face of Les
That
Paul.
was a sales rep.
Yeah, he was a yeah. What do you call it? A product demonstrator, I guess.
Yeah.
An influencer.
Yeah. An influencer before influencers.
Yeah,
I mean that
like pre social media. That was the gig.
Yeah, just go around to stores and rev people up about Epiphone. It used to be kind of a cool gig, but I'm sure it's probably a lot different now. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
People just go on the internet. I think that's why like NAM's kind of like changed a lot and kind of maybe going downhill. I will be got NAM. Yes, absolutely. I didn't have the budget to fly you guys down.
Danny, why is your pedalboard on?
Oh, it's on. It's just on. That's my pedalboard table.
You don't leave it on? You don't leave yours on all the time, Andy?
No.
Yeah. Do you even have a pedalboard?
Yeah,
Is this the
upstairs.
part where we? Is this the part where we out you as being a poser?
I have one. I have one in here. I have my boss pedalboard in here, but I can't pick it up. It's like
You just look at everybody else's pedalboard and be like, man. One
because
day.
like this space is like also the space where my son plays, and if I have the pedalboard like out here, it's just gonna get like wrecked. So it's kind of like
Yeah,
the pedalboard's upstairs.
Right. You like the
Does your
cables.
son go? Does your son go in your guitar space often?
No.
No.
Only if I
It's
brought him down. He was actually down here before I jumped on the stream. Like I had to bring him. Like I didn't have any time to set anything up. So like, you're coming downstairs, don't destroy anything, please.
Like I don't even have guitars. I mean, I'm holding this one now, but I don't even have guitars down here. Like when I come down here, I have to bring the guitar down.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
No,
I mean, I can tell. There's not a lot in there. There's a little bit of an echo. Like,
Yeah.
it's like that new room sound. You're like, ah.
It's perfect because there's nothing in here. It's an empty room. There's just like beyond this screen is just toys. everywhere that he doesn't play with, by the way, which is weird. He ends up playing with like
sound.
you know, I don't know, elastics. It's like the weirdest shit. He's like all his toys is like elastics. I want elastics. Give me more elastics.
I mean,
It's like can I get rid of all this crap then? Let's do it.
oh my god, what a trooper.
Do I have
Okay,
this really,
so-
I got new gear for Christmas. Check this out.
Okay.
here.
No. I think people are gonna like this one. This is watch this.
See your bum. Don't. Oh my god, yes.
I'd like to point out that my stream is so far today. Oh yeah. You gotta
Perfect.
plug that into some pedals, bro.
Oh, yeah,
Does it have an
I know.
output? Does it have a headphone output or something like that?
It has a looper.
Oh, dude, you would get so many views running that into the Mercury X.
Record and play back. I know I should, eh?
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, that's a video idea right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Demo, man.
Yeah, like it could be you could even add it as like an upgrade to your price list, right? Like, hey guys, for whatever amount you get the normal guitar demo, but for an extra 75, I'll dance on the piano.
Dude, for an extra 75, I'll give you the fucking
I'll dance on the-
baby.
Yeah.
But I think this one would sound really good. I think I would, Emily Harpist would have like some competition.
Yeah, you should just try to eat her thunder there. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good gift. So is your hope that that's the kids' gear of the year, 2023?
My only hope with this was that it would occupy him for at least 15 minutes that I can watch the shits. But he doesn't give a shit about it.
Yeah.
When the
he's
music
like,
stops, I need to pay attention.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. Merry Christmas to that kid, and sorry parents for if he does choose to like it. Sorry in advance.
It was funny because he got a gift. I mean, I'm talking about my kids on a gear thing, but he got a gift, and like it was so hilarious. He got a gift the other day, and then like, it's like this big bag, and there's all the paper on top, and then he just like takes the paper. He's like, oh, paper. And then he goes and plays with it.
Paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something to learn from him. Like appreciating the little things. I like that. I really appreciate that. When you started liking socks, getting socks for Christmas and socks and underwear, you're
I
like,
just bought
am I
myself
an
new
adult?
socks today, and I'm so happy.
It's a great feeling.
I didn't even wash them.
The first birthday where you get like new sheets and you're like, yes, fantastic.
Right. Yeah. You're like, oh, right, this is
New
nice.
sheets, baby.
The thing I sleep in every single day. Who knew spending a little bit more would be beneficial? Yeah. Did you guys buy any like for gear? Did you guys buy yourself anything that like made guitaring just generally more fun this year? Like, I feel like we're all stuck into like the buying gear to change the sound. But is there any like accessories that stood out to you guys? I don't think I bought any accessories for myself in a long time, and I'm looking
Dude,
for
I
ideas.
haven't changed strings in 6 months.
Oh, you're a dirty girl. You dirty girl.
I don't think I bought. I can't think of anything. I bought a blue chip pick because I wanted to complete my full transition into gear snob.
Nice.
And I like it way more than I want to. But it's really nice.
What's the material of that?
I don't even know. No idea. It's apparently it's magic pick for $60.
And
$60.
you like it?
I love it. I hate that I love it, but I love it.
Yeah.
I use these Rumble picks. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, those are nice. That's pretty cool. I like that.
I like
Just
those.
kicking around.
I'm one of those guys that if I know I like it better, I'll just have to default to that. So I've never tried the like new types of strings they have. I've never tried anything other than Dunlop Jazz 3s. That's actually not true. I bought remember those Red Bear picks? They're made from like reconstituted tortoise shell or something like that. I bought one of those for $25 and I lost it almost immediately.
Oh, that hurts.
But I know myself, and I just feel like I don't need to know if those new types of strings are better, like the Ernie Ball Cobalts or whatever. I don't need to know. I'm living in a blissful ignorance at the moment.
There's a bit of that, like always want the best.
Right.
But
yeah.
You know, I'm trying to honestly. I didn't buy much of anything this year. I think I only bought 3 pedals this year.
Wow.
Which might be a new record for me. Like how little.
Wow. Just
Really?
everything comes free for you.
It's not free. He offers his labor in exchange for product.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, Will, you and I both bought string swing things this year. Bought being the oh my god.
You bought string swing stuff this year.
Right. I think we'll have to get over this whole buying thing.
I did buy something that changed my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. This actually this is amazing.
Right.
I love it.
We went opposite ways. I got rid of I had string swing and then I got individual hooks and then I eventually got rid of the individual hooks.
Guys, I did buy something that was really good. I bought a winder to change my strings. And I found that was very useful. I had a cutter.
That's a good one.
I was like,
Nice.
finally did it.
You did it, man.
Then I bought a strap I never used.
Oh, that sucks. I've bought straps I never used too. I like guitaring is like a very hard hobby to buy things for, so I always just say, get me a strap. I like straps. And if I'm like traveling, I might go and buy a strap. And
how many
I've
straps
ended up
do you
with a
own?
lot of strap. Not that many, 20.
Yeah.
But
It's a lot of fucking straps.
it's a lot of.
I used to
straps
always have one per guitar, and like whenever I got a new guitar, I would pick out a strap for that.
Me too. Yeah, I used to be like, ooh, yeah.
But since I stopped like playing in bands and live, like I don't play on with a strap ever anymore. So that has gone away from me.
Really?
When's
I
the
like
last
to
time you played
stand
standing
up
up? Yeah, Danny,
Yeah.
you did it?
I just sit in my chair and rock out. I've even turned down. I've had a few companies in the past now that have been like, "Hey, look, send me some straps for the channel." I'm like, I'm not going to use them. There's no point. I know you
Right.
want to show them off, but I'm not going to. It's
Like
not
one of those neoprene straps that have multiple points. Have you seen those?
No.
Bass players. I feel like bass players have this inclination to try new things, and there's this strap that has multiple touch points.
Oh, I have seen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it bounces.
Yeah.
And I remember my bass player who had it. His bass was always like bouncing, and I was like, "How do you play with the fact that when you play, it's constantly jumping around?" And he's like, "I don't know. I just do. Just play that root note, and now everybody's happy." Yeah.
I don't
So,
even
Andy,
know
you
what I
bought a
want from
string.
guitar. I don't even know what I want from a guitar anymore. I bought a baritone last year and I never play it. I thought it was gonna be
Right.
it's gonna be nice to have something new in the rotation. Never play it.
I actually just bought baritone strings to freshen up my baritone. I need to use it more too.
What
Okay, let me know
baritone
when
do
the
you have?
gauge. Let me know what gauge
We
you
have the
bought.
same one. We both have Gretsch. Gretsch
The Gretsch.
electromatic baritone.
Right.
Great. They're great.
It
Yeah,
does.
it's funny because when I play it, I always invariably write something different. I always right
Oh.
away. But I just don't have I just want to noodle the same pentatonic scale over and over again, and I can't really do that in baritone, you know?
Well, you do. You just play it at
Lower.
5 7.
Yeah, but it doesn't
lower.
feel the same because the strings are
best.
thicker, you know? You don't get that, like...
Right.
that
I think
feel.
that was like I had like a come to Jesus moment in the fall where I finally came across one of those Fender Bass 6s that they released,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, oh god, this is not what I wanted at all.
I
Like
still-
I was like, oh, I need one, and then I played it, and I'm like, holy crap, the strings are
I
like
still
bridge
really want
cables.
one. This year was funny because I did the Fender Vintera 2 launch, like that line of guitars,
Right.
and I asked for the Jaguar because it was something I didn't have in the collection. But I also said, listen, man, like I'd love to do some bass stuff. I don't know if you're open to it, but it'd be really cool to get either this Mustang bass or a bass 6. Like I've always wanted a bass 6.
Right.
And he just wrote back, yes. So, and then I never got tracking. I didn't get anything. It was just like, apparently one of these is showing up and I don't know what. And in my brain, I got really amped up for a bass 6. And then the Mustang showed up. And I was like, let's change gears here. This is still awesome. And I love that bass, but I was like really
This is
amped
sick.
for a bass 6 for a weekend there.
A weekend.
They ship fast. He said yes on a Friday. The guitar was here Tuesday.
Wow.
From the
But,
U.S.
From the
Man, I'm
US.
so disappointed because when they sent the Revstar, they're like, we'll send you a DL4 V2. It's going to be on its way. Never
Oh,
got
that's
it. It's like a
Yamaha.
year ago. Yeah. I'm so, like, I want my DL4 V2.
I
Where is
still
it?
get a hold of that dude.
Where's my DL4, man?
Just need to use some capitalization in your subject line.
You get
Yeah.
an HX1.
No, I don't want that shit.
Right.
No, HX1's great. I
I
love
won't
it.
use it. I won't use it.
It seems
That's-
It's actually
complicated.
that's one of my favorites for this year. It's awesome.
Really?
Right. Okay.
Are we
Multi.
going? Are we going back? Are we going back to multi?
Let's go back to
Gear of the year.
Let's go to gear.
Multi-
here. It's on the floor.
Multi
I don't want
effects.
multi effects again.
Multiple effects.
I do want the chroma though. I want the chroma from hologram.
Oh yeah, the big multi effect. I get it.
That I'll take.
Yeah.
I'll
That.
take. That
see-
I
see-
almost bought it. I almost bought it.
Yeah, I mean that one's a good one because like I'm really passionate about multi effects, and my passion is that I don't like most of them because most of the time the UI kills creativity in my
Right.
opinion.
Yes.
So the Chroma console kind of looks interesting to me. I'm sort of like, hey, I'm kind of interested. Plus it looks. I'm sure it sounds awesome. It could probably fill
Another
a
pedal
role, you
I've
think.
always really wanted and I'll never buy. It's like I want the JHS color box.
Yeah, I've always wanted that too.
Right.
Always. I know. Well, let's just do it. Let's just finally get ourselves some color boxes.
I don't. My
Couples color
only.
boxes.
My only bugaboo with the color box is if you're gonna spend what is it, $800
That
on
much,
a
probably isn't it?
thing? What?
It
It
probably
wasn't
isn't.
always that way. Yeah, but now it is.
But like my bugaboo here, and yes, we're just gonna overlook the fact that you guys can get stuff at no charge in exchange for money, but it's time is money, whatever. But for the same cost of that pedal, getting the actual rack pre probably is the smarter choice. Is getting a 1073 preamp.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing there is if you're constantly going back and forth and you want to use it as a part of your rig, there is a way to justify it better as a guitar pedal there,
Right. Okay.
right? Like if I was playing in a band and that became part of my tone, that's
Sure. Yeah.
that's great. Need it on the board, but then I can also use it in the studio for demos or even proper recordings too. I could
Is
see.
it,
Because it
discon-
has-
is it
It has
discontinued?
XLR.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't know. I
I
think
don't
we still
think
do
so.
it.
Well,
Is
you
it
have
V2
you
or
have
something like that?
Let's get us some couple of color boxes.
Yeah, we need the threesome. Like, is it like a compressor where like you don't always notice it's on? Like it's they
It's
do
not-
have an iconic distortion per
Yeah,
se,
it's
but it's
more
really
of
more
that.
of a
It's more of just the preamp stage. There's no
It's a-
compression.
right.
I have a lot of pedals I would trade. If anyone's watching and has it and wants to trade, can you like hit me up? I really want it. I have a number of pedals to trade.
I should keep on to the comments here.
But Buddy Blue
Stefan
is
says
commenting on your use of the word bugaboo. You used it twice confidently.
Oh wow.
You know what a bugaboo is to Will and I? Bugaboo
You know what a
is
bugaboo?
is a stroller.
Oh really?
It's for baby. It's a baby brand. It's a baby.
I feel like it's gonna be one of those wings by Google. It's probably got some like negative thing I'm not gonna like.
That's gross. A
Oh, no,
bugaboo.
no, the strollers first. Yeah, okay, we're safe.
Bugaboo. Bugaboo.
A bugaboo. All right, I'm gonna throw a wrench in the works.
You know what's bothering me? You know what really
why
bothers
would-
me? There's
Merriam-Webster has it as an imaginary object of fear. Why would you name a stroller after that?
Because parents are terrified of the stroller when they have their first kid. That's why.
They're like,
Okay,
oh,
that
it's so expensive.
Yeah, you're terrified of your child. So that makes
Makes
sense.
sense. It
Yeah,
tracks.
Checks out. That checks out.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? I'm surprised there's not more pitch shifting. Like, I'm just thinking of like Eventide. You've released all these. Can you just put your damn delay pitch shifter in a fucking pedal, please?
We don't.
Please.
Didn't they do
Please.
that? Isn't that
You don't
what the
need
micro
pitch
pitch is?
No, micro pitch is not that.
What's
You
the
don't need
micro
to
pitch?
shift your delays.
I want
And
a
shifty
standalone
pitches.
pitch shift delay.
Just keep your pitch where it is.
Yeah.
No.
You don't need it.
I want.
Don't you do
I
like
want-
the? Isn't it like to put the delay, get a delay with an effects loop in it? Isn't that a thing?
No, I mean Hedra's like really the only real good one. Unless I'm missing another one.
The Hedra?
Hedra from Maris.
That's a pitch shifting delay.
Yeah, it's really awesome. It's monophonic, so like you really have to be precise when you play, or else it can glitch out. But it's really really cool. And the algorithm on the H90, there's
Oh yeah, the pitch shifting on that thing's wild.
it's
And
amazing.
you know what's
and
got,
it's
you know what's got
polyphonic.
great pitch shifting?
Oh, right, we're on that.
Right. Yeah, but I'm not gonna buy that. I want it ruins the allure. There's like a mystique about getting a pedal.
That's what
It does one thing.
Stefan P. I'm gonna
Fun.
Stefan Picot. He replaced
cool.
the N5. I remember the M5.
Yeah.
That wasn't a bad little unit.
No, that was one of those ones that became like a very popular like Nashville kind of session thing. That's the
Really?
thing with these pedals. Like for playing at home, for the majority of people, it might not really need to be a thing. Like, if you have the ability to put all your favorite pedals on a board and you're just playing and that's your day and that's what you're doing, like you don't need it. But I'm still like, I'm in this weird in between when I'm building boards where I still want like a nice semi-compact rig with all my
Right.
favorite stuff, but I can do more if I want to.
Sure. You
So,
want
like,
to
I have
get
a
wet and
nice-
wild.
Yeah, I've got like a medium-sized board. I've got my favorite chorus, all my drives and fuzzes, my favorite delays and reverbs, and then like this will be there for like anything. I'm like, oh, it'd be cool to have a flanger right now.
Okay, I
Maybe
appreciate
I
that.
want to pitch shift something right now.
Maybe I do. Yeah.
I told Danny my idea for a pedal board is like I want like 12 pedal trains that fit 8 pedals, and each pedal board is an effect. So 8 delays, 8 fuzzes, 8 distortions. They're all routed into like a central thing, and this way, like I got everything I need. There's no like
You got
Which
everything
again,
you
like
need.
that's a great thing for your setup at home. Like no one's gonna go around with that.
it's okay with me. You seen the guy? There's a guy who has a pedal. He built like a pedal shelf. There's like
Yeah,
hundreds of
there's
pedals
nothing wrong
in
with
it.
that. That's cool.
I love
And
that.
it all routes.
That's the beauty.
Alright.
of it.
I'm not gonna gig.
Strokes for-
We're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it.
Yeah, I'm only
Look
doing
at
this
it.
because I didn't make it.
Yeah, right. I mean, let's be honest, guys. If we actually had regular gigs, we'd have just like a Helix or a GT1000 or something like that. Come on, really.
Actually, I do feel like the board I put together recently would probably be the coolest board I've had ever, and I would probably gig that no problem.
Show
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Lift it up. Can you lift it?
I can't because
Show
half
it.
the pedals that were on the board were released this year, so they're off it in my photo. I have to
Show
rebuild
us what remains. Show us the remains.
Yeah. The dirty shell.
right now my board.
Look what you did to me.
What have you done?
Oh my god.
That poor
You know,
thing.
that's a pretty good fucking pedal board though.
Yeah, even on its own, actually, this can get the job done real well.
Got the Brunar. The good one. They got the Renan. Is that a Renan cuff
Yeah,
joint?
yeah, run cuff, baby.
Man, dude. So I just put out the video about the Renan cuff that I got, and like I legit was like honestly like surprised, and I don't mean surprised in like the negative way. I was like pleasantly surprised, because like I bought that like mystery pedal thing that they did.
Yeah,
Because like, how can you not? It's like $100.
I just did that. They released 50 more Boxing Day.
Oh, cool, awesome. It's just fun, right?
Yeah.
So what's the premise? I didn't see it.
Oh, so it's $110, and they'll send you they'll send you a random pedal from their thing.
That's really cool.
And I mean, if you know Ren and Cuff, they're probably gonna send you a big muff.
Well, the thing is, either way, it's a good deal because most of their pedals, even their cheap pedals, are still like what 100 and
Their pedals are minimum $200. So
yeah. So right away, it's a good deal. And then they're also sending out some like higher end stuff, like it's like $300 on the pedals.
well, one of the things that I got is I got the Russian Big Muff thing, but it's from their custom shop, so it has like the switch for the mids on it.
Right.
Yeah, that's sweet.
And I didn't even know they had a custom shop. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
But that switch is like the it sounds great as it is, but the switch is like the deal maker. Like
I like when
no-
companies like I don't know. I feel bad. Like I know it's like it makes me laugh. We got a custom shop. Like it's from our custom shop. It's like we have a whole separate facility just
I think
for
they have
these.
I think they have a separate Instagram account as well.
They do, yeah,
the
they
custom
run it.
shop.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dave, put another switch on that Big Muff.
Put a
They
switch
call-
on Big Muff.
They're doing like these
Stop
Zoom
with the
calls.
mids.
I have to say I was pleasantly surprised because as soon as I saw the switch, I was like, oh, that's a tone stack lift or whatever it is,
Yeah,
and
common.
which I've never liked the sound of any amplifier or pedal that has a tone stack lift. I never love the sound of it. It's
Dude.
really
Another Ren and Cuff joint from this
oh
year.
my god. There you go.
That's pretty cool.
This has a lift, and it's
Well, since you're thinking out something pink,
it's also the biggest fucking pedal I have.
So what's the point? So one thing at a time, Andy. Come on. What's the deal with the IC78?
There, so the IC thing, there was a very short period. I want to say 80s, late 70s, 80s. There's like 1 or 2 years where they were made with like IC chips instead of like the typical transistors.
Okay. All right.
Very different circuit. Like they sound very different from a normal muff, a little more aggressive. And they're very popular because I believe Billy Corgan used one of those on the Smashing Pumpkins record. Like that's his kind of tone is IC muffs.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
So this is just
The
their
Corgan
take
connection.
on that, and then
They should
done.
named it the IC79 then. That would have been a really.
Oh yes, I guess it would be 78. I shouldn't think maybe it's the 80s. No, it's definitely 78. I'm fucking stupid. That's so dumb of me.
Wow. You're so dumb.
I am
So
very
dumb. So hot. Wow.
Yeah, you can't have it all.
Well, that's cool. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Their stuff's awesome, so I'm very excited about whatever comes in that.
Yeah.
box.
I get one of the. I can easily get jaded and be like, big muffs, cool. You have one, you had them all. But I was genuinely surprised with mine. I was, although I don't think I've like the Russian ones, the green ones, the soft tech ones. I think are different
Oh yeah,
as well.
they're very.
So-
That's always.
How are they different, Danny? Explain the sound. Explain how it
They
sounds.
speak Russian. Come on, they speak Russian, Andy. They're made in a soft tech factory facility.
You.
Yeah. But
In
I
the
was
custom
pleasantly
shop.
surprised.
Their
I,
custom
de-
shop.
I definitely would say that's the best fuzz pedal that I've gotten this year. Is
Yeah.
the Ren and Cuff for sure.
There's this
100%.
great. I did 2 for them last year. The one that's on my board was one where just like I plugged it in. I was like, oh,
Right. Yeah.
okay. What a
Yeah.
great sounding pedal. And it's funny because in my head, I've had a lot of other brands muffs. I've always thought that the Russian was my preferred one.
Okay. Fair.
And then this good one is based on a triangle era circuit. So it's a little different. And that to me, it's like, oh, never mind. That's my thing now.
It's as if there's no science to it whatsoever.
No,
Yeah.
your ear just gets tickled certain ways. And you're like, yep, that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love fuzz face circuits, but I've always had the thing where like one day I'll just turn on that pedal board and be like, this is the worst fuzz I've ever heard. But then sometimes it's good. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
good space. I have that too.
Maybe I'm a Grumposaurus.
Happens.
Tone is how you feel, man. It's not an actual sound.
Also, it's my
If you-
hearing issues. Yeah.
No, but I do feel like it's how you feel. Like I feel like some days, like for whatever reason, like my action on the guitar is like out of sorts, and all of a sudden I feel like everything sounds shit. But it's just
Right.
because my action is shit.
Yeah,
That's when you
I'm
text
playing
us.
shit, everything.
That's when you text us and you're like, "Oh, I fucking suck at guitar."
Dude, I felt like I like honestly a couple of weeks ago I feel like I was playing and it's like I'm playing notes and every note just sounds the same. It's like this nothing's making sense. Like to my ears, it's just like I can't fucking play the instrument today. It wasn't even for a day. It was like for a few weeks.
See, the problem is that if you think you suck, sometimes that means sometimes you don't think you suck. That's the difference.
Sometimes
You gotta
I
think
feel
you
like
suck all the time, right? Yeah.
No, sometimes I feel like I got it. Sometimes I play. I'm like, oh damn, today everything's working.
You're like walking down the street like Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man. Just
No, you know,
I'm playing good today.
I would love to see more like outtakes from guys who play, or guys or girls who play well. Like, you know, like a lot of these guitar influencers that like rip. I would like to see just their outtakes of when they fuck up or how long it takes them to get a
Right.
good take. Because that makes me feel
yeah.
better.
I mean, I don't even consider myself one of those good players, but I still have my days where I'm like trying to record a solo for a track or a riff, and I'm like, why am I 87 takes into this? God.
But yeah, it's fucking weird though. Like I'll record like a riff that I play a million times for whatever reason. Now I'm recording it and I have to play it 47 times before I get like one.
Mark brings up a great, probably one of the biggest pedal releases of the year in the chat. Nauticlon.
About those sweet Nauticlon tones. Will, you have one, right?
I do.
You were part of the launch. It's
Was
very
yeah, that was a very cool email to get, and right away it was so weird because I didn't know the price. I didn't know it was technically, like, I guess it's not really the 3 series, but it's in that price range. So I just saw the email that they're doing a Klon with the IKEA branding, and they sent me pictures, and I was like, that is fucking genius. Like, that's going to do so well. Because you know how their marketing is, and their channel is going to do an amazing video, and it's going to be awesome.
Right.
So I got it, I did the build, and I was like, it was fun. It was a fun experience to put it together. You're not really building a pedal. You're just snapping stuff together and tightening some bolts. You're not soldering anything, right? It's all pretty easy. And then I'm like, it sounds really good. Like, I had it on the desk with a couple other of my go-to Klon pedals, and it's hanging with all of them. And then the release comes out and it's $99.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
Yeah. It was like one of those things where it's like, oh, it's such a good idea, I have to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I got it. Yeah.
I was like,
I haven't debated it against my what is the one with Narnia? The Tumnus. I have the Tumnus.
Oh yeah, the Womp one.
Yeah. But I sort of felt like bad because like not long after Brian released the new Klon that he has, and he's sort of like, he doesn't like trash the Tumnus, but he's sort of like, oh, that's my take on it, and it's a little different. It's not the same. And I was like, Brian,
oh,
losing
the germanium one, right?
yeah, you're like wrecking the mystique. Yeah. But I like the idea, the pedal. It's a Klon. I'm sorry. I've never understood the love for them. I don't really play.
I really like
that.
them.
Like, do you put it after everything, like at the end, just to like sweeten everything up, or are you
mine's
pushing into stuff?
So I normally run my amp like just at the edge. You're supposed to start breaking up there, and it's my go-to. I usually run the gain like just past half, and I like the gain on them, so I use it as my kind of main rock crunchy sound.
Okay.
And then I'll usually have something else in front of that to hit it with for like a lead boost.
I love that. Okay.
So my board right now is the Mythos Mjolnir Klon, and then the DCX boost is hitting that.
All right. I like that.
You know what I really, you know what just came to mind? You know what I really liked? I forgot about it, and I went to go pull it out. But I really like this one. This one, I think I told you that. I was really surprised by this.
Right.
I was really surprised. I was really surprised. Yeah, I know. but
You kept your mouth shut.
Oh
kept my
yeah.
mouth shut.
Yeah.
But then I played it. I was like, wow, it's a really good idea, and I really really liked it.
Yeah, that was a very surprising one in a nice way. Like even just before playing it, just seeing it, I was like, oh, that's very cool. But not something I expected from Boss.
But I will say this: can Boss start making pedals that are not just like gray, black, and white? Can we get some Boss color back, please?
Oh, you're not gonna be happy. No, yeah.
Fuck. I want some color. That's why Boss pedals
You're
are
gonna
cool.
be bummed out. Yeah.
Also, a lot of companies, please companies, put some color in your pedals. That's why pedal boards are cool, because they're colorful.
I do think we've come into the age of like minimalist looking things again. Like the industry kind of like boops and boops and boops, and I feel like there's some guys who are pretty wild about it, but it definitely seems like most companies are pretty safe.
But you can still be minimalist and colorful. Like JHS is pretty minimalist and their pedals are colorful.
Right. Yeah. Well, they're kind of doing the Boss thing where they have almost like a color coding to their things, right?
Yeah, they just took your colors.
Yeah. Right. Choruses are blue.
Their chorus is
what
purple.
is it? Phasers are green, not orange. DS1 is orange. I don't know. So many
Yeah, but
rules.
JHS's chorus is purple.
Is it purple?
It's purple. It's like a light purple.
I don't.
Their
I
delay
have to
is
admit, the first time, not that I've avoided JHS, but the first pedal I've ever got from them is the Nauticlon.
Really?
Not that I have nothing against them
I had
whatsoever.
a few pedals. I really like the Super Bolt. It was like modeled after Super
Oh,
Bolt.
yeah.
That was really good. I regret getting rid of that because I want it now. They're like super expensive, but that was really good. I really liked that.
Yeah, I had a couple in the past. I had the Ruby Red, and it was one they did for Butch Walker. And so I think it might have been
Yes.
Super Bolt.
Yes, I think
Or,
it was a
was it either
Twin
Super
12.
Bolt or was it, Twin 12. That's what it was like. It was like a Supro kind of thing.
Oh, Danny's going off.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was gonna buy the Rat clone.
Oh, the Pack Rat. Was that
I was gonna buy that because I've never had a Rat, and then I bought one of these from
Canada.
Canada.
my videos
Yeah.
behind? I'm waiting for the reveal.
Oh my God, those bring me back to elementary school. Those stupid exercises.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I bought one of those. I'm not a, I don't know what you call it. Like, I'm not a must-buy Canadian or not, but generally, if there's a Canadian someone doing something that I like, I'll try to buy Canadian. I don't know. He seems cool,
Yo, man,
does
that picture really triggered me. Sends me right back to elementary school with all those.
right? He does a Blues Driver. I don't know where my Blues Driver clone went, but he does a Blues Driver one as well. Which I have to admit, it didn't knock the Waza Blues Driver off my pedal board, but it's very good. The Winnipeg Audio Blues.
Winnipeg Audio. Wow, that's Canadian.
Winnipeg Audio.
Jump out of here soon. We should probably knock out some other big ones.
Right, yeah.
The Cross flanger I did was fucking awesome. For a flanger, that was really good.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. That sounded cool.
That was really good. And I'm like, usually like flangers, And I played that, I was like, oh wow, flangers,
Did Danny? Did you mood this year?
I have the OG. I bought it last. When is the Long McQuaid Attic sale? September.
Yes.
I bought the mono one in September, and I honestly use it all the time. I use it all the time.
Really?
It's on my pedal board. I
Yeah,
use the reverb a lot.
The reverb was beautiful.
Yeah. But
That was one of those
it's-
pedals. It's like I used it a lot, and I never I always kind of understood it.
I
And then
still
I was like, do I
don't do
understand
idea
it?
how it works. I feel bad because I think I got this in August and I still haven't done anything with it, like as far as content. But I play it all the time and I post pictures, so that's got to count for something, I hope. And
Okay, well, if I'm here because there's a little thing I got like almost a year ago, and I've never done anything with it. So maybe I'll just talk about it right now because I feel really bad. Can I do that?
Yeah.
And I think it's a good.
We'll just cut. Oh, I want to talk about the 29
So-
pedal stuff.
oh, 29, yeah, JFET is also fantastic. I played with that this year.
Oh, dude. The
This is-
unbuffer.
Unbuffer. So it's AXS guitar.
Oh yeah, it's Mario. He's a good dude.
Yeah,
He's
so
a
I
good
wanna talk
dude.
about
He's a
this.
great dude. Yeah.
Great
So
dude.
you know here everyone is like, oh bro, you can't put this pedal in front of the fuzz because it's got a buffer, man. Well, this is kind of like it does the reverse of that, in a sense. That's how I understand it. But anyway, you can put this between any pedal and your fuzz that doesn't like another pedal with a buffer, and you'll be a-okay.
That's
So,
cool.
He's very
and
smart.
this is-
That dude builds some really cool stuff.
Axe. I don't think I even follow these guys. Axe Guitar? Is that what it
Axe.
is?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why it's important
Electronics.
for me, because the looper, I do demos with the looper, and the looper has a buffer, and it fucks up the sound of fuzz pedals. And this allows me to demo fuzz pedals.
So you
So-
do buy accessories for your guitar.
Kudos to Mario. I didn't buy this. He sent it to me, and I've just been honestly. I took on too much this year, and then this was one of the ones that kind of kept getting pushed down. And there's a couple that keep getting pushed down. So, but check this out. This
Like, do you remember when Mesa Boogie came out with like all their utility stuff, like the high wire and all that? He designed all that stuff.
really.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't remember those very well. Mesa
So there's like
High
patch bays. So
Wire?
he's got his own line of like patch bays, buffers, unbuffers. Really smart dude. Good dude.
Actually-
This is a really cool concept. So it's.
I haven't done work
very
with it,
useful.
That reminds me of my story for this year, where I bought the Goodwood audio stuff.
Yeah.
I placed an order on Black Friday for the Audition he does, which is the send return thing he has.
Yeah.
And then the output. Oh man, Buddy Blues is coming on. But the funny part about it is I ordered it. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by private chat messages. Yeah. So I order it, and I'm a pretty savvy shopper. Okay. So I ordered it, and on the website it says they're in Redding, California, I think. And one of the fears that you can have as a Canadian is that God forbids the company ships UPS from the US, because then you get boned by brokerage fees. So of course it ships and it says, here's your UPS tracking information. And I'm like, but it ships and it says it gets picked up like 10 minutes from my house. So I sent him a message on whatever, and he explains kind of the story, how there's a couple of them that do stuff all over the world, and I ended up having dinner with the guy. So
That's really cool.
I made a friend out of the deal. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest, special guest appearance. Is this gonna be the? They kind of look the same, don't they? Will?
Who?
I can't. I don't even have anybody in here yet, man. My video's still so behind.
Do you really not see us?
I see you guys, but you are so delayed on
Really?
stream. Oh yeah.
No, everyone's on point with me.
Oh, I
Okay, I'm
wish.
gonna bring thumbs up, buddy, if you are available, single and available. Go
Just
ahead.
because Mark mentioned it, yeah. 29 pedals.
Yo,
Hey, if I
Whoa!
refresh StreamYard, will it fuck everything up for me?
it won't kick you out. Can you hear us, buddy?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Well, welcome. Oh, Will's gone. Will's figuring out how to use
All right, I
the
guess.
internet.
Will's like, there's
I
only
guess
space
not.
for two people with beards and glasses. Can't have a third.
He's back. He's back.
And it's good now.
Where'd you
Oh,
go?
you fixed it.
Hey.
How do we wanna? I like this. Yeah. Okay. Facing. How's everybody doing tonight? Andy, you're gonna stay for a little longer. This is wonderful. Wonderful news. You
I'll stay a
got
bit longer.
peer pressured.
That way it doesn't feel like we're booting you for Buddy.
It's bedtime for me soon, so
At 9?
And he's like, Buddy's here. Bye. Look, that guy.
So we were talking about pedals. You were all interested in that kind of thing?
I know.
you like
I know a
pedals?
thing or two.
A thing or
I
two?
can participate.
Nice. What got you your blood pumping this year, bud? What got the blood pump, the blood flow?
Stereo.
Stereo.
Yeah.
Nice. Like a
Stereo
JVC.
ruined it for me. I don't think I've plugged into a single amp in about a month or two now.
Yeah, this guy has like 8 amps on a wall and stuff. Never tried stereo. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Not 8.
Wow.
12, isn't it?
No.
Who's counting?
But yeah,
Come on.
stereo, man. The DM 101 did it for me. And I've had all these pedals, millions that were actually stereo, but I never really did the thing.
Okay.
But
All right.
Will told me just to plug in the DM 101 stereo. That was it. I don't think I really have not plugged into a single amp in a while.
Really?
It's always
You
stereo.
don't you don't blend amps? Like even
Like
when
dual
you play-
mono?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
We'll
You
get
don't
set
want
up.
to know.
Do
I used to
you
do
just
that all the time. I used to do that.
you need a Goodwood audio thing?
Yeah,
guess
or
so.
some sort of ABY box, anything like that.
Because you could
Well,
have like ground.
what's the difference between that and stereo if you don't have any stereo effect on?
If you don't have any stereo effects on, then there's really no difference. That
Yeah.
would be dual mono.
Yeah,
I suppose,
Then
yeah.
yes, I blend my amps all the time.
Okay.
All the time. It's the best.
They're always blended. So
Like
do you
a
do like
Fender-
similar amps on both sides, or do you do like one dirty, one clean that a lot of people do?
No,
or-
both cleanish. Both
Both
cleanish. but-
cleanish. Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I guess you
Okay.
could use the distortion from your pedals.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. And one is like a Fender style, one is a completely like plexi thing.
It's
Like
like, the tone,
TRS
the Tone
Hendrix
King.
and the Silk Tone.
Right.
That's been my jam.
Hell yeah. That's dope.
And then
What,
like equal volume.
At equal volume, yeah. So have you been gigging with that setup?
Not yet, but
Not
I
yet.
think the next festival I'm gonna do that. But yeah, I mean the Silk Tone's 12 watts. That's the only thing, and the Hendrix is
Right.
20. And miking it's gonna be like the sound guy is gonna love it. Having to mic both amps.
You're like,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
how
I
you do
remember.
things.
The last gigs I played was right after I bought the aux, and I had like designed. I have 2 presets saved. One's stereo, one's mono. And I remember going to the sound guy and being like, "All right, man, like, do you mind if we try this instead of a microphone?" And like, he's like, "Oh, that's fucking great. Saves me a lot of work." I'm like, "Sweet. Like, I can go mono or stereo." When he goes, "We're not fucking doing stereo."
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have that
Okay,
many channels.
preset
What am
one.
I,
Yes,
rich?
thank you.
Yeah.
One
Thank you,
cable,
sir.
thank you, sir.
But that's
Honestly,
where
I
that
use
milk
the-
tank comes in.
I haven't played through an amp. I use the stupid 2 notes like captor and headphones because I can't play loud. And now when I do, like every once in a while, play like with the amp, it sounds weird to me because I'm just so not used to that sound.
Yeah,
I'm having
Interesting.
to adjust because I've spent the last like 2 years mainly playing my Monarch through like my studio monitors.
Yes.
But the last like 2 weeks now, having more amps, playing loud. Oh my god,
Right.
what a good time that is! I've forgotten all about.
It's funny how easy we forget that kind of stuff.
But you
Like,
EQ
yeah.
different. You EQ way different. Like when I'm
Oh,
EQing
yeah.
in the headphones to play,
Yep.
and then when I'm EQing to play like live, it's like wow, 2 completely different sounds.
yeah.
Yeah, there's stereo setup.
Like I have way less bass. Like I have so much bass when I'm playing in the headphones, and then I want to play live, and it's like, oh, that's a lot of bass. And it's like,
Right.
Right. Yeah.
do you get the
The
same
room
thing?
is adding.
Yeah,
the room is
yeah.
adding stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played a gig recently where we were very, very loud in a place in Orlando, and all I could get out of the Friedman was mids. It was nothing. At the end, I had the mids at 0, and it just sounded like mids. Loud.
Just
Hey, that's a Marshall, baby. That's a Marshall.
yeah.
They nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just cuts. Yeah.
All right, buddy. What's your favorite pedal of the year? One pedal.
Oh,
Just give them the hardball.
Like I don't want to say the DM 101 because he's here. I don't know where am I? Where am I on this thing? Is that it? Yeah.
yeah.
But I really think that, man, because it opened up. I know everybody's done stereo except me, but like for me, it was really a first, and it opened up so many different things. But yeah, the DM101, definitely the new neighbor. What is it called? The reverb? I just bought it.
Expanse? No.
No, the big one.
Oh, immerse.
Illumine.
Oh, yeah.
Illumin?
Yeah,
That was phenomenal. And man, so many things came out this year that were very good. The Milkman amp was ridiculous. The stereo Milkman amp. I gotta stop with this whole stereo thing for a little bit. That's all I talk about.
Oh my god, yeah.
But yeah, certainly that the red cream soda, that overdrive.
I saw you talking about that one. What is that one's deal?
Mids.
I only saw your story.
Just, you love mid humpy things. That's it.
I'm in. Yeah.
Yeah, that was remarkable. But yeah, really, if I could pick just one, I think the DM101. Just because of the amount of things it does, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Ridiculous.
I will say that it kind of brought me back to analog delays because I never
really.
To me, I kind of have two delay settings. It's like a short normal-ish thing, and then like a bouncing delay, like a dotted eighth and a quarter at the same time, and no analog delay does that. So I kind of forgot about how much I like just the pure sound of an analog delay. So
I can't have a board without an analog delay. I just can't.
Wow.
I need that sound.
I do right now.
You have one without an analog delay?
Yeah, because it was funny. The board I have right now, the DM101 was going to be the pedal on it, but then it came down to just because of the width, I wouldn't be able to put something else.
Right.
I ended up doing the Benson Boonar stack so that I could fit a chorus pedal. But the DM101 is now going to go on. I have a new board I'm putting together that's going to be bigger and MIDI. The DM101 is in there.
Bigger and midier.
Yeah. MIDI is the way to go.
On the chat, also comments out the Sending V2. I want that pedal a lot.
I honestly, that one slipped past my radar. What is that?
That's Electric Audio Experiments analog delay. It came out, I think, not long after the DM101.
Really?
It's not stereo, like it's it's a mono analog delay pedal, but that dude has such a good ear for drive sounds, and it has one of his has a dirt preamp built in there too. The filtering's like insane. Still have presets, MIDI control.
Damn.
Hold to swell, which if I can say it, is my only gripe about the DM101. I love me some hold to swell. It does not have that.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm just curious if they can add that into a firmware update or something like that.
Yeah, that would like next level for me. That would
Sending V2, cool. And there was another analog delay that came out this year as well.
There's Walrus.
The Walrus.
No, Benson is not analog.
No, that's the thing. The Benson is
PT.
Yeah, it's a PT 2399, so it's technically digital, but it's voiced somewhere in between like an analog delay and a tape echo.
Right. Okay.
So it's a little more percussive than a regular analog delay, but it just sounds real good. I'm a sucker for that dude's designs. Bit of a simp, but
he simps for pedals.
Ben Simp.
Ben Simp.
Ben Simp. It just it sounds good. It's simple.
He's just right there. He's got it.
I have
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I have all my pedals of the year on my desk in case we were doing show and tell. So
this came out this year.
I'm not ready for any of this.
I wasn't prepared. I got nothing.
I haven't demoed this. This is fucking holy shit.
That's my favorite chorus. That's my favorite chorus of all time.
Okay.
Wow.
It's really good.
I strummed one chord when I plugged this in. I was like, "What the fuck?" That's what I said.
Wow.
But he got hit before me, and I just got a text and was like, "Bro, get this? Did you get this yet? It's fucking incredible.
The best I've ever tried."
I will give them double shout outs because this was on my list too. This is very cool.
Oh yeah, that came out this year, didn't it?
Yeah,
The
they
spring-
released both this year.
Yeah, this goes in my list too, definitely.
Yeah.
Is that the one? Can you like kick it and it makes a
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
nice?
It just gets an awesome dirty verb. I just use it for dirty verb.
Yeah, it's cool.
Pretty rare.
Sounds good. That's the one problem I do have with it is all of my amps have spring reverbs.
Right.
So the Bad Cat's not a spring, but it has a built-in reverb, and I don't feel the need to get this on a board.
Right.
none of mine-
Yeah.
The only problem I have with it is the mix control. You don't really hear spring reverb until like the mix is like 70. I don't know. I feel like 60-75%.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
it
crack.
really depends on what's in front of it too, and like where in the
Yeah, it's true.
Interesting. Yeah, because all the demos sounded good, but it didn't seem like a lot of. It's not a huge reverb. It's not.
It depends how
it's a
much
very-
input is going inside. I think when
Right.
you have like a really hot signal, you'll really hear it.
but
Yeah,
it
In the
sounds
effects
great.
loop, it's perfect.
You know what? I should try that with the Bad Cat. Bad Cat's got an
'Cause-
effect loop. I should test that out.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it lives on top of the Friedman.
Oh, okay.
That's kind
I,
of
lo-
perfect.
I love how we had the same reaction about this pedal.
Yeah,
great.
yeah. I'm telling you, yeah, the same exact reaction.
While we're on chorus pedals, I'll show off another contender. So these two I'm like constantly battling for the same spot on my board because they take up the same amount of space.
Fatties.
Fatties.
This thing sounds fantastic.
Okay. All
So
right.
this is basically they had a particular CE2 they really liked, and this is a CE2
Okay.
with a vibrato switch.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Also has
Sure.
I think there's also some sort of JFET input or something to help it from overloading or something like that.
Sure. That makes sense.
I've never tried
Yeah.
anything with those, so I
Sounds
trust
good.
you.
It sounds really good. So right now my plan is most of the pedals on my board I also picked based on how easy they would be to swap with other pedals.
Wow.
Because I got
Right.
stuff kicking around, right? So you know it's a little like standard thing like this. Great. That other chorus can go on there. I can plug in my actual CE2. I could put the HX1 there if I wanted. Whatever I
Right.
want to do. And just pop in and
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
That's kind of why I went with a. That's kind of why I wanted to buy like just a big giant board. Is because I do. Yeah, you just kind of want to experiment with stuff, and
Yeah.
if you snug everything up,
I told you
it's-
you get 12 pedal boards, and each pedal board is just dedicated to an effect. And it's
That's
all
what I
unit.
did.
Is that what you did?
Yes. I'm at
No
like
way.
6 boards now. I swear.
No. He's talking. He wants to build a board. Like he wants to have a chorus board, an
Just choruses.
overdrive board, a flange,
Oh, no.
Just
and then
just-
make them all. So all.
Oh. No. You plug all of it together. And you
know what? Danny, you know what he wants? He wants the Cosmo Music pedal wall in his basement.
right,
yes.
the Cosmo Music pedal wall. Yes. What
Is
do
that
they
what they
call it? The
have?
pedal planet.
I don't care what they call it. It's fucking sweet.
Pedal Galaxy.
Yeah, it's
baby.
like it's like
It's almost like the whole wall is a big Temple board, like Temple Audio.
yeah. Temple Audio made the switcher for it, and
Oh yeah, so you literally like
thing.
go in to try out pedals in this
Yeah.
store, and it's just every pedal is on the Temple wall.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
Right.
yeah,
patch
a
in what you
buffered
like.
nightmare.
Buffer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I got the unbuffer, so
There you go.
Oh, he's got the unbuffer. He doesn't even need buffers.
Is there a stereo buffer? That's a good question to ask you guys.
a
Something I can
stereo-
hide under the board. Because you know how I got 2 outs now?
Isn't it the Goodwood thing?
The interface
Output.
is it buffered on both outs?
It should. It has to be.
Might just be buffered on the input and sending enough signal through.
I think so.
I'm not. That'd be a good question for Grant though. He would know for sure.
Yeah, I'll ask.
Man,
But,
give him
More
link.
Canadians.
Ask Mario.
yeah, he would also
Mario.
know.
Right. One of the funnier parts, I think it's the same. The silk screening of the audition I bought, I kept looking on the website and it was upside down. Like the sends would be on the
Oh, yeah.
inside. And I got it and I was like, oh, thank God, that would have made me crazy.
Yeah.
Would have driven me to
Yeah, I
the
had the
limit.
same thing too. I remember because I have one on my other board. I have one. What a great,
Yeah.
another great piece. What a useful piece of gear.
Yeah, the audition. Yeah, because you had one when we were at Frank Brothers.
Yes, yeah. That's what I. Yeah,
Um,
I plugged
and I
in.
was like, what is that?
Yeah, it's awesome. Very
All right,
special.
Andy's out in 5 minutes. Andy, what's your 5-minute warning discussion? How's your new guitar?
Yeah, that's a new 2023 product.
I only bought it because it was pink. That was the only reason.
Oh, that's beautiful. What is that?
It's a Guild Surfliner Deluxe
Oh, hell yeah.
with a walnut.
I love that.
Walnut neck.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like
Wow.
nice touch. Honestly, it feels way more expensive than well, I mean, it's
That's always nice.
$1,000 Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels has a nice weight to it. It isn't, I don't know. I feel like I went to the shop the other day and I was trying like some of the Epiphones that were $1,000, and I just feel like it feels like plastic. If
Yeah.
that makes any sense. And that
Yeah,
bothers me.
I have used that term to describe a few guitars I've played.
Right. I tried the Greenie the other day. It was not it.
No,
Which one?
The Epiphone Greenie. I tried it.
Oh, the greenie there from the Kirk Hammett one.
Oh,
The one
It's
with the
like
Gibson
plastic.
headstock.
right.
It was not it.
Those are
man.
expensive too, aren't they? Aren't they like a couple grand? or
Almost
something like that?
$2,000.
Wow.
It's like even like because
Yeah.
even like the Squire Classic vibes, I like them, but they feel plastic. Like,
Yeah.
this doesn't feel
The-
plastic, and this is what
Right.
I like.
Yeah. The finish is
Yeah,
a little
those
nicer.
are cool. The Guild's been killing it. Like some of their since the Yamaha took over, some of the new models look badass.
I mean, yeah, they're electrics. They've kind of like I don't even know if they did electrics before.
Me just
Fender,
realizing
right?
Yamaha took over Guild.
Right.
No
Buddy,
idea.
I'll give you a word of warning now. It's a different marketing guy.
It's a different guy. It's a different guy.
Okay.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for an email.
Yeah, I get it. I understand.
I'm gonna pump. But like it was like it's pink, it's colored headstock. It's fucking
Very cool guitar.
Yes, I use a clip-on tuner. Sorry, everyone.
Oh, that's
Oh,
I have.
man.
I do it too.
Matching
Oh,
headstock.
The Behringer clip-on tuner. Harsh.
No, I bought it. Oh, that's. I bought this 7 years ago, TC, and I still have not changed the battery in it.
Yeah, they're remarkable. Yeah.
What the fuck? I have to change the battery on mine like every 6 months.
Real,
never
it's the
tune?
original battery, dude.
Well, have you heard Andy's demos? They're he doesn't tune well.
I haven't
Yeah.
tuned my guitar.
Jesus Christ! I have two of them and they're both fucking broken. So I ended up buying a D'Addario one recently because I was like, I'm not fucking doing this again.
Do you guys
I
really
love
But
use
the-
clip-on tuners?
I got them
Yeah.
pre-Behringer. Behringer.
Yeah, I play in my basement. Why would I waste a perfectly good board spot on a fucking tuner?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just never trusted the
Never trusted
beyond.
vibrations.
Yeah, I don't trust vibrations.
Well, what you do is you get a Maris LVX and it's got a tuner in it, and you're good to go.
That's true. Actually,
Wow.
That's something I wanted to try.
the
definitely
H90,
something I
the
want to
Eventide has the tuner in as well. I feel like
Wow.
in forgetting Sir Marshall was like, I don't even like. I stopped wearing a watch once it came out here. Yeah, my phone's got a clock on it.
HX1 has a tuner in it too. I was considering taking the tuner off the board.
Right.
Yeah, you
There's
could.
more
Like,
space.
almost like one of my lights died. We've been here a while.
You went battery powered. You're paying the price of battery power?
That's built in.
Oh, weird. It just turned off. All
Yeah.
right. All right.
Looks nice though. I'm not gonna mess with it.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
looks nice. It looks nicer like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
On a laptop
So-
camera.
Me too.
So Andy, you got the new guitar. What did you buy? You didn't buy any other guitars this year, did you? I don't remember.
I feel like I bought another
I feel like you
one.
did.
I feel like I did. No, I got the last one I got was the Revstar.
Right. But that was this year, was it not?
That was last year, same time actually. Last year, same time.
fall. Right.
That's
No,
your
last-
holiday gift every year is a new.
It's a guitar, yeah. And then it was no. It's like I think I bought three last year. There was the Revstar, the Starcaster Squire, and then the baritone from Gretsch, which I never play.
Yeah, baritones and 12 strings. 5-minute guitars.
Yeah, I had a 12 string
5-minute
for
guitar.
a couple months,
That's
and I was
it.
like,
That's amazing.
all right, yeah.
I think this year. What else?
You know-
What's your favorite thing? What's your favorite thing, Andy? That guitar? Is that your?
Yeah, it's because it's new. Because then
Yeah.
I got like the
It's a
Danny, I
shiny
got the
new thing.
Danny syndrome. He buys like a $5,000 guitar. He's like, okay, cool. What's next?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how,
What's next?
that's how I've lived my entire life.
Right.
yeah,
Wow, I finally got that thing I really wanted. What do I get now?
yeah.
Well, I was thinking about it.
No.
I was thinking about the Frank Brothers the other day because that's what you do when you buy a guitar that expensive.
Hell
But I was thinking about how like unremarkable it is right now. Like it's part of the show. Like I don't play it and think about like, oh, this is such a nice guitar. Wow. It's just part of the existence that I have. It just slipped right into exactly what I wanted, and I just play a lot more, and I'm having a good time. It's just a great guitar.
To be honest, when I got the
it's just slotted into my life.
When I got the Rev Star, it's like literally the only guitar I've played the last year. Like
Same,
that,
yeah.
and it feels so great, and it's like the only thing I play. So that's always nice to get something different because I want to get out of that. Because I feel like certain guitars, I only play certain styles of music, and the Rev Star is like playing very specific stuff.
Yeah.
See, I have to force myself to have a rotation now.
Oh wow.
Like,
wow.
just
So you did that to yourself, but yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We're emailing every brand ever created, going, "Hey, you want to give me a guitar, please?"
Yeah.
Oh shit! More than one said yes. I'm fucked.
Yeah. Well, that was at one point I was like, oh, you can't have a million guitars, but I'll just collect amps, and then they just got out of hand.
That's what I'm into now, man. Amps. I'm getting the Victory V140 Duchess. Where do you go? I was in the middle of talking to you, man. That's rude.
He's like, I don't give a fuck about the amps.
Yeah, I don't know fuck what you're getting.
He's like, fuck you, fuck your amps.
The cat just walked past my
What the hell?
monitor. Amps, yeah, because I amps are just like one of those things where it just they have so much character, just like a guitar pedal would, but God, they get out of hand fast.
Yeah.
Because you posted I remember you posted about was it the Tone King one?
Marshall shared something about it, buddy. Maybe just shared it in your stories or something. I think you maybe just shared it to look cool or something.
The Tone King with the multiple attenuators in it.
Right. Yeah, I thought it was very cool.
That looks sick.
But I ended up with the Friedman instead. Just because it has 10 more watts, so it's 10 more watts louder.
Oh yeah,
That's how that works.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Did everyone there was always that person in high school, like they had like a 100-watt Marshall amp. Like, do you remember those friends that I was just like, why? And now you're older and you're like,
it's me.
Why? Why would you?
Yeah, literally why. I sold mine, but I kind of want another 100-watt now.
So, true story, how old was I? When I was 14, I had a Randall 212 115 cabinet before I ever had an amp to plug into it. Like, it was a good deal.
Cat?
It was a cat. Yeah, I saw that too. But I literally had this 412 size speaker cab in my bedroom as a TV stand because it was a good deal on the cab. And I was like, one day I'll get an amp.
One day. I love that.
But now you can plug like IR R2 into it.
You know what's great? It's so funny now too when I look back, because I have a couple amps that were like, and now super valuable. Like I had a 82 or 83 JCM 800, and I had a 70s Ampeg V4.
World's brightest amp on earth.
And I fucking loved them, but we moved into a condo building, and I was like, I'll never get to use these ever. So I sold them for I sold them both to friends for like friend prices.
Right.
And then 6 months later, Universal Audio came out with the aux.
With the aux box, yeah.
Damn you!
Yeah. Commercial.
Yeah. I was lamenting to my friend who I used to play in a band with. I had one of those Carvin Legacies, the Steve Vai signature amp.
Yeah.
And it was just a great bass distortion, incredible clean channel for an amp like that. And I don't even think I sold it. I think I sold it for like $500 Canadian. It's just like, should have just kept that one.
You know what? I love to see someone do a gig with a big fucking cabinet, and on top there's just like the IR2. Just like this big.
Isn't that what Yngwie does? Isn't that what he does? It's all like empty cabinets.
No,
but
not Yngwie. He's one of the only people that actually is running everything. It's wild.
I
saw that on the Rick Beato show because I had to click on a Rick Beato video, unfortunately.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Comes for us all.
You need to please the YouTube algorithm just to stop suggesting it. Yeah.
Literally.
But I watched. I think I watched that whole one, and normally I don't really watch all of his things. But
Yeah, me too. It was interesting.
I think Ingve is kind of an interesting character because you've heard stories of him being like an asshole.
Right,
He's, like,
and he
kinda
really
tame.
wasn't during that
He's-
interview. He seemed like a really average, nice guy who loves
Yeah.
skier.
Yeah. I was like, oh,
I was
He-
lied to this whole time.
yeah. Yeah, who's the guy who? What did he do? He like yelled at someone on an airplane or something like that. I can't remember the story. But
Who?
I don't know. The only thing I ever
the story is he unleashed the fury. His album is named after an incident he had on an airplane where he said he was gonna unleash the fury on a flight attendant. Yeah, it
So,
got recorded.
You
Cringe.
bearded boys. I'm gonna have to. You can continue talking. You don't need me, but I need to drop out because
Okay, well
I got a baby. He's gonna wake me
got a
up
baby.
tomorrow.
I just don't want to be. I'm just gonna leave because I just don't want to be.
I'm jealous that I'm the only one who can't grow a beard over here. It's just
You'll get there, bud.
I'll get there one day.
Once
Yeah.
once you're able to, it'll just be all gray anyway.
But at least we all got glasses. That's what counts.
That is true. That's
We're
true.
indistinguishable.
Looking into computer screens for a day job. Yep.
Okay,
That'll
love
do
you. Bye.
Okay.
See you.
Bye, Andy.
my glasses aren't computer screen related. I don't look at a computer all day. Mine are distance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mine are bad genetics, I think.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure.
I don't know either. I just know that I didn't start driving until I was a little older. Like I think it was like mid-20s when I finally got my license, and that's when I realized I needed glasses because everywhere I went that I didn't know where I was going, I was doing the like,
Yeah, look at the street signs.
is this
Yeah.
the fucking street? What the fuck?
Yeah.
That was how I got glasses. I would miss. Yeah, I would blow through intersections, and it became like a joke when I was driving my friends around. And then finally,
Casual.
yeah, you just,
I remember coming out of the store when I like got my glasses the first time. And I was like, wow, those trees on the other side of the friggin' mall have leaves. I thought they were all just green blurs. Wow.
Yeah, I never wore glasses until my 30th birthday.
oh,
That immediately at 12 a.m. I just started doing this
yeah.
downhill.
Well, I
My back sore.
Yeah.
I have a really extreme astigmatism in one of
Me
my
too.
eyes, and when I went to get my prescription checked, the guy was like, he's like, "Oh, it got way worse," and I was like, "Hold up, you're telling me my eye got more out around? How is that possible?" And he's like, "Well, when you get old," and I was like, "No, continue." He's like, "When you
Use
get
your
older."
Fully.
He's like, when you get older, basically the muscles around your eye are what forces it round. And he's like, as you get older, they start to weaken. And he's like,
Yeah.
sorry, bud.
Yeah.
You're aging. It's like, no.
Like what else gear wise here? So Danny, you got your Frank Bros guitar this year. That's
I
probably
did.
big.
I have a Frank Brothers.
That's a great 2023 guitar.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most expensive guitar I've ever bought by like 10 times. I've never bought a guitar that was more than like $1,000. I think my Telly was $1,000 used.
I've spent too much money on guitars. But mine is also the most I've spent on a guitar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. But I don't know. It's just like the classic story of being in middle class, the true middle class, where you're able to choose where you put your money.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm gonna buy this because these are nice guys who make cool guitars. Total like middle class bullshit. But it's true.
Always
Like,
make an incorrect financial decision.
yeah, exactly. But when I first went there, I was just like, hey, can I stop by? They were super inviting. They were immediately like chatting and having a really good time.
Yeah.
And like why wouldn't you want, like, once you meet them, why wouldn't you want to have one of their guitars? It's just, they sell themselves just by meeting the guys, you know?
Yeah. That's what, I mean, that was kind of the big thing for me is like, I'm fairly local. Like actually at the time when I first went, I lived even closer and it was like, same thing. Can I just swing by and check a couple guitars out? I want to see what's up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, okay, this is what I want to do. And then, yeah, I think 2020 was when I ordered mine. And I remember I was like torn between, do I get a Novo, Frank Brothers, or one of those, are they Motorave or Motor Ave, the
Right.
Yeah, those are so cool, man. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Those are
So I was
sick.
like, I had basically, I could have gone like a vintage Jazzmaster was also on that list. Like I had enough money to buy one really nice thing,
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
and then the Frank Brothers won out for the customs because I could go play them.
Right.
I was like, all right, I know what I'm gonna get if I order this. I'm sure the Motorway was amazing, but I've never
Yeah.
touched it. Like, what if I feel weird with it? Like, that's a lot of
Right.
money.
Right.
That's
But
the scary
yeah,
stuff with custom.
They make such beautiful guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
But I am looking at a Novo now. There's one. I think Novo. What do they call it? P2, S2, like the lower tier.
no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's not lower tier. They're just different pickup selections. They're all the same tier.
is that what it is?
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, they're like $1,000 less though.
So you might be looking at what they call select. So the way Novo does their thing now is they have Novo Select.
Yeah,
The options are extremely limited. It's a much smaller menu
yeah,
and it's a shorter wait time.
Interesting. Okay. So just
I see.
mass production is not the
You
right
can buy-
word.
so you
but
can get a
it's-
Novo Select P2 or a Novo Custom P2. The only difference is how many options are available to you.
Oh, that's
Right.
it. So it's like this, the same wood, same builder,
Yeah, you're
same.
not getting a lesser guitar,
Right.
just getting a shorter wait time because you're foregoing all of the options.
Okay.
Like it might be something like 15 finishes instead of like 60. Or I think it's like this is the neck size we do. You're not going to get a custom or a different style neck. It's just this is what we're building.
Right. Right. Okay.
How much do they usually go for? Because the one I found, I'm gonna send it to you now. The one I found is ridiculously well priced, and it's brand new. It's not like mint. It's from them. Like it's their thing on Reverb.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I
mean,
thought they were $5,000-$6,000.
no, most of their guitars,
They're all like bolt on, right? They're
yeah, most of them are 3-ish, like mid threes, 3 to 4,
Right.
depending on the options.
Already sold. Damn it! I
The
knew
ones
it.
the ones that are 5-6, they were doing this thing called like signature,
Yeah,
where those are like one of one guitars that like Dennis Fano will build and spec himself.
right.
oh, okay.
Those are big money. But all the
Big
other
money?
models are like low to mid threes, I think.
Seems reasonable for
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
Hoochie Mama guitar. Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
that's
pretty
one.
sweet. I had one for a while. It was nice.
You had one of one of their bodies looks really big. Am I wrong to say that?
They look
Not
a lot.
wide.
They look a lot bigger than they are. It really wasn't like if I sent you like a side by side with my Jazzmaster, it was really
Okay.
not any different. It actually
But
might
it's like offset, big
Yeah, I had
jazz mastery.
I had a
style.
Ceres J was the model.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's
okay,
the one.
I'm
I
just-
no, Ceres P2. That's the one I'm looking at. I sent it to you. Ceres P2.
Yeah,
Great
so the
design.
P2 is what, 2 humbuckers or 2 P90s and a hardtail
Two
or something?
P90s. Two P90s, hardtail. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, cool. That sounds awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I'm going to show it to you anyway.
There you go.
Nice.
Right next to
It's
a
only
big-
$3,000.
Like I had that
You know.
guitar, but with a mastery setup. Ceres J is the same guitar, just mastery.
Right. Okay.
I immediately want that now.
Dude, it was great. I want to get one of the hollow body ones. If I were to buy another Novo, I would do it's called the Miras.
Yeah.
The Miras.
Yeah, I would do that if I was going to do another Novo. I don't know if
Because you sold yours,
I
right?
did. Yeah, that was one of those things where I had a baby coming, so getting shit done around the house was important. And I was also they were super in demand at that time.
That was like peak Patty
Yeah,
D, right?
Like Peak Novo, I think the wait time was 18 months.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys were selling, guitar that would only cost you $3,500. Guys were getting $4,000 and $5,000 for them.
Mm.
And the thing with mine is, I bought mine used. I didn't spec it, so I liked it, but it wasn't the perfect Novo if I were to build one myself.
Okay.
So
fair,
I was like,
fair
you know
enough.
what? I'm gonna sell this while the market is hot. Like I had the guitar for a year and a half, and I ended up getting paid to play it for a year and a half.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Essentially, like I originally
Yeah.
bought it thinking it'd be cool to have, and if I love it, great. If not,
Yeah.
I won't lose any money. But I ended up making money on it because that's just the way they were going.
Just a weird bank account. Just a
Yeah.
they're
would definitely-
they're
Another though. My only gripe is I don't like how even with the custom, their options are fairly limited.
Yeah, it's Lawler.
Lawler.
Oh,
my thing-
Freyland.
My thing is I know what I would want, and they don't offer it exactly that way, and I don't like the idea of spending $3,500 and then still having to buy another $300 set of pickups, putting those in.
Like you couldn't just like send them the
No,
pickups.
they won't do it.
Wow.
Really?
No, but
That's
I
shocking.
actually made a post about it one day on like one of my Q&As.
Oh yeah, and he messaged you.
I got a novel from Dennis.
Yeah.
He was
I
really cool
remember.
about it, and I totally get where they're coming from because they had a wait time that was getting too long to make people want to get in, and it just streamlined the whole process.
Just don't.
So now
Yeah.
they've streamlined the options. You can get a guitar within a year. And his thing is like, we've chosen our favorite things. Like, these are the options we stand by.
Yeah.
There's no longer waiting on your pickups to show up or waiting on this to
Right.
show up. It's just ready to go. And it makes sense. Like, that's kind of with the Frank brothers now too. Like, they've got their own like in-house branded pickup.
Well, I mean, that was kind of one of the things that Tim and I talked about the least was the pickups.
Yeah.
We were like we were like on the phone like two like schoolgirls talking about like pick guards.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "What about pickups?" And I was like, "I don't care."
Yeah.
Cuz like I don't know what the guitar is going to sound like. Like
Right.
you kind of do need to like benchmark yourself a little bit, right? So
Yeah.
But I see your point, right? Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's one less thing to like worry about having in stock if you're going to try
Right.
and stock a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So it makes total sense,
Yeah.
but it still bugs me.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah. If whatever keeps you awake at night is hardcore.
But if you're not buying an off-the-shelf one, like a ready one, and you're having them build it, you're giving them all the specs, you can't tell them just don't put pickups in it.
Wow.
Really, like just
Yeah.
make it without the pickups because I
Just
got
don't
my
put it
own. No, weird.
No.
Weird.
Maybe if you guys had a little more followers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
maybe
little more influence.
I'm sure if my name was Brett Shull,
Why was I
Yeah.
going to use that example
Yeah.
as well?
he plays a Novo. He's a Novo guy.
Yeah.
Right.
He's a Novo guy. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, he was one of the first like big.
He's the reason I know about Novo.
Yeah, actually, realistically, I think me too. To be honest,
Interesting. Are they
he's just gorgeous too. Because at one point I was like, man, I would totally get that. That looks so good.
right?
But then I would feel like that guy, you know.
Their Strat shape weirdly like calls to me. Like, here, Idris.
Not for me.
Yeah.
You don't like that? I think that's
I liked. They were doing a Novo Cirrus S for a while. That was the regular Novo shape.
like this is sick. Come on.
Yeah. Is it?
It's not for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Me.
Is it because it doesn't look stratty enough? Is that
I don't know. I don't know how to describe how I feel about it.
the top jack is? hurts
That's
me a little
that's
bit.
cool. That irks
Wow,
I
you
don't
like
mind
that?
it. I mean, I don't mind it. It's not what bugs me about the guitar.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know what it is that I don't like about it. It's too far. It's everything seems too far.
I'm just
Yeah,
not
okay.
big on those horns. The horns just seem.
I mean, that's kind of their signature thing, isn't it? The little swoopy doop there.
That one's okay. It's the top one just.
It kind of goes,
pink one.
whoa.
That pink one in the middle is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
Maybe
not
they'll
big
be
on
at
that
NAMM.
one too.
Are
Like,
they gonna be? Does anybody go to NAMM anymore? Are they gonna be at
I'm going.
NAMM?
I'm
oh, you
going.
can hang out at NAMM.
Are you going, Danny?
Yes. I will
I'll
be
see you
there.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Will, why
Something
aren't you going? What's the reason?
Yeah. How dare you?
Work, financial, having a child.
Wow.
Right. That's a big reason.
That's a big
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I mean, the work and the money thing are probably the biggest ones. We could probably get around the child thing.
Go with the company. Have a company send you the whole thing.
I tried to talk to Danny about it, but I don't have enough followers.
Yeah, we're not
I was like,
not that big of a deal as much as we like to think we are.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, just fly me to NAMM, or I won't demo your new IR pedal.
That's- I bought the DM101. Send me to NAM.
Yeah.
I bought it for full price.
He
I
bought
would
it.
sit in coach.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise. God.
Yeah, you know what? I would like. I've always wanted to go. Even when I worked in a music shop, you know, Long McQuaid would send a few guys
Yep.
there kind of thing.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go.
Oh,
and
you've
now
never been at all.
No, never been.
Oh.
And I feel like now it would be more fun. Like if I'd have gone for Long McQuaid, it would have been cool, but who would have cared? And realistically,
Yeah.
if I would go now, most people wouldn't care.
Yeah,
But-
if you go now, you're not going for the gear, man. You're going for the
Oh,
hangout.
exactly. You know,
Totes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm going to meet the people that I've been talking to on email for I don't know how long.
yeah, I would like that.
Yeah.
I
I think
still-
they're it sounds like they're trying to like change the focus of the show a little bit from the top. So maybe this isn't the year to go, Will. Maybe it's when they figure out what the show is.
I feel like I have a shelf life.
Yeah,
You have a shelf life.
I don't know if next year for NAM's going to be great. Well, for me,
Yeah, yeah. I could get canceled at any point.
anyway.
One
I'm
wrong-
riding this high as long as I can.
Yeah.
One wrong Q&A answer.
I-
and you're
I-
out.
I joked for a long time. Like I had a certain threshold of like certain brands and certain gear I really wanted to work with. And the minute that I achieved those things, I would just throw the smoke bomb and delete I'd go private.
Yeah, this
I love
is
that.
weird.
Yeah.
Be
I'm
like,
into
"All right,
that.
see ya." I was never doing this for you, fuckers. This is
Yeah. I'm
Like
outta here.
Snouse. Does anybody know Snouse?
I
Snouse.
love them. Black box.
Black Box, yeah.
Yeah.
Snouse Black Box.
I don't know
That
what the context
guy
of
really
what that.
disappeared. Like he did the smoke bomb and he's out.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's been gone for 3 years, 4 years.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
long before we even started the YouTube channel, any of that.
I
He's
thought
been gone for 4
What?
years.
Oh, this.
I
Yeah,
thought
he
people were still getting those.
No,
He's
no. They're buying them used, but he as a person has disappeared.
Wow.
No.
Like that Chinese billionaire just gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
He made too much money.
I really wanted one of those, but
Yeah, his last post was 2021. That's it.
Wow. I
Nothing.
noticed
well, that's last
Uh,
post. I mean, is he still selling pedals and just not caring about social
No,
media?
no. I don't
He's
think
outie.
so.
Because I've seen a couple of brands like that where they just gave up on the game of the social media thing. They're like, fuck it. I'm
Yeah.
waiting. Who cares?
yeah, I have so many thoughts about that one, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's if you don't want to do it, you can't make yourself do it. But
Yeah.
The other one, Hudson,
Tough
like
one.
Hudson Electronics is kind of like that, where like they don't post like anything, and then they're still making pedals. Oh, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we have a new
Yeah.
pedal now. Oh, I didn't think you guys were even a company still. That's cool.
Right. Yeah.
yeah. You know who I'm surprised isn't around anymore is Small Sound Big Sound.
Yeah.
They just up and left, or they just
Yeah,
stopped.
I really want one of the. What was the fuck?
The fuck and the mini. The
Yeah,
mini
yeah,
is where
Mini,
I want.
Mini was the
Yeah.
one I want. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Right.
But they're gone. They're gonzo.
Yeah.
They-
Surprised
Yeah, I
like
haven't heard-
he was a Portland dude, I think, wasn't he? Maybe I'm surprised someone else in that scene didn't just scoop it and run with it.
I'm not sure. Yeah. Is Portland no longer the boutique pedal capital of the world? Seems like that's not like the thing anymore.
They're still pretty heavy presence, I think. They're still rocking it.
Ever since Pro Guitar Shop went under, she's gone. It's just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greer's not really Portland. He's Oregon, but his main shop is Georgia.
Yeah.
But like Spaceman, Benson, Mr. Black. There's still quite a few Portland
Right.
brands. It's still cool.
Yeah.
Is Benson in Portland? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Benson
sure.
Big-
Yeah. Quick hit of that again for like gear of the year. I'm pretty psyched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's end it off on amps. Where were we with amps? Gear of the year. You guys both got amps this year, I think. I saw some Silk Tone BS happening this year.
Yeah.
Saw s-
Yeah. Still sounds sweet.
I got the Silto this year. I got the Friedman, and I'm waiting on an email back. But I'm gonna get the Victory Super Digest, the V140, because everybody needs 100 watts. Even though I've just sold 100 watts because it
Yeah,
was too.
100%. You need that.
yeah. Mark has it. The 90s are alive in Portland. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was making that joke to my partner the other day. I was like, just put a bird on it, and she didn't get the reference at all from Portlandia. Yeah, just put a bird on it.
But yeah,
Because Ren and Cuff they have a bird, and I was like, oh, no wonder this pedal sounds so great. It's got a bird on it.
Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, amp wise for me, yeah, actually pretty much all in the last. I had the Line 6 Catalyst showed up earlier this year. That was cool.
Right. Then you.
that was this year.
You
Yeah.
threw it away, right?
Uh,
No, I'm just
it's,
kidding. Please don't. Throw
it's
it.
here. It's no longer on my riser because the new Benson's too big.
Right. It's a 212.
Yeah,
212.
so it won't fit the 3 amps I want to have there.
Right.
So yeah, it's currently sitting in the corner. It may pop up again. The problem now is like I should probably do another video with it, but I also have no desire. Like I have no need to plug into it now, having
Right.
the stuff that I've got and want to play. So
Yeah.
it's a
it's
very good amp. It's just the problem is having the aux. Any of my high end amps become practice amps.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a need for a solid state amp with everything in it to play quiet or with headphones.
Yeah.
I can do that with my regular rig.
I get
Right.
I get caught all the time though, because for the day job I have to every once in a while do some troubleshooting. So I'll plug in a Katana from Boss, and I get lost, man. All of a sudden I'm just like on like the heaviest gain setting and just like riffing, and I'm just
Yeah,
like
they're fun. They're fun.
yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. I don't what any snob says.
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
are
just-
fun.
I actually have a good buddy. He used to ran a guitar shop, and he was running like boogie amps forever. Like he was always buying he had like a Triple Crown and a Badlander.
Yeah.
And then when the 100 Mark II came out, the Katana last year, he played it at the shop he was working at. And he was like, "This is fucking amazing." And he sold all the
Yeah.
boogie stuff, and now he just has the Katana.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Damn!"
Right.
It's just
Yeah,
one of those
they're
things.
fun, man. You get to like switch between all the presets and
Yeah.
all the songs that they name them differently.
Yeah. This is Boogie Woogie.
Yeah, so
Setting 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
aside from those, I talked to these companies 2 months apart in the summer, and they both showed up within a week of each other in December.
Yeah.
But yeah, my light turned off, so it's hard to see the bad cat. But these two are my newest amp edition.
The
I
Bad
really
Cat.
want to play that Benson, man. I
The
really
Benson
want
looks
to
hot.
play that
Yeah.
Benson.
It's,
Yeah.
it's, you know what, the
It
bad
looks
cat's great too.
inviting to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with the tweed. It looks very sharp. I remember opening the box and be like, "Oh damn!"
I really,
Yeah.
I really get sucked in when he speaks about what he designs too. Like he's like, "Oh, I got the tube here, the tube and the attenuator." Like the way he speaks, I'm just like, like it could be
knows
like the
his
most
stuff.
basic bitch shit. It doesn't even matter. I'm just like,
Yeah,
oh,
I was talking to him Thursday night, basically. Yeah, basically after the amp, like he called and just to chat about the video and that he liked it and all that kind of stuff. And he was talking about something, and it was just like,
what?
Chris, I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know a single thing you're talking about. I appreciate that you're into it and that you have figured that out, because I like what this knob does when I move it.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes woo 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 woo. Yeah.
Actually, it's funny because Mark's still in the chat, and I feel bad. He sends me schematics for a pedal he's working on, and I'm like, awesome.
Cool.
I'm like,
What do the lines mean? Yeah.
I trust you, Mark. It's going to be awesome. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know scales. I do not know schematics.
Yeah. I mean, I can read them and whatever, but I don't know what changes what. Like,
He sent me the one I remember writing back. I was like, I see a switch.
yeah.
It's an input.
Ooh. Yeah.
I mean, there's an output.
Yeah.
I love
Volume.
that.
Yeah. But like, yeah, that's stuff. It's funny. I love hearing that stuff. I do get excited when people are into it on that level.
Right. He's just trying to like do the best thing he can do.
Yeah.
He's like, what if I try this? And
Yeah, and it
Mad
actually
scientist-y.
sounds the same way, like super smart. Like,
Is it like a loud 30, like a very full 30 watts?
dude, it's a loud one. It's loud every setting.
And full?
Yeah, it sounds massive.
That's what I want, because that Friedman man is just mids. Like I understand that it has a bass knob and a thump or deep, whatever they call it.
That's the boomy amp, a lot of bass.
Yeah, that's it doesn't have that kick. The Friedman doesn't have the kick.
Sean Marshall wants to know who decided on the DM2 backdrop, and is this open to the democratic process?
Oh, this is Andy's. This is Andy's backdrop that I photoshopped wider. This is what he uses on his YouTube. Oh no, I photoshopped out the pedal that he usually demos with. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Fuck your demo.
Yeah, but
yeah. And then Amp, the other one's Bad Cat. Like they redid their whole line this year.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so they've been through a bunch of change. I don't know if it's all new ownership or the owner's the same, but they've been through a lot of changes over the years. So now, like the main, now it's just 4, 5 amps.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like they're not doing the hand wired, super expensive thing anymore. They like their PCB builds a little more reasonable. Like I think they're all like low twos, like maybe $2,100, $2,200.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like still it's not a cheap amp by any means. But how this stuff gets.
Right. Yeah, I mean that
Really
Benson
nice,
is
very like. I never considered my Benson a dark amp, but I'm realizing now that it probably is, because the Bad Cat is super chimey, very foxy, very bright, and I'm having to like adjust my ears because I played my Benson for like almost 4 years exclusively now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So hearing this, I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah. Stereo.
Jesus Christ!
Stereo.
Yeah.
Together they sound amazing. It's a
Yeah,
great-
exactly.
yeah.
I mean the Benson preamp I find is quite dark. Like I think I have it. Yeah, I have it pinned in my setup. So
Yeah. Okay. So that's
maybe he just that's the way he.
it is.
Yeah.
Didn't notice because I've been running it into that the whole time. That's my like.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I've always seen they're dark amps. I'm like, I don't know, it just sounds normal
like
to
an
me.
Yeah.
And then I plugged in the Bad Cat and I was like, oh fuck yeah, Benson's dark amp. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right.
But it still sounds right to me. I love that thing. I love both, and it's interesting to hear this. I need to do a proper side by side because the main circuit is the same. Like the main preamp is the same between my 2 amps, but different power outputs. The speaker obviously makes a huge difference, like the extra space.
Yeah.
Right.
The
Yeah.
massiveness of it.
I mean that's my problem I've always had, is that I've always just preferred the sound of a 212 like cab. Like
Yeah.
I've always found that it just sounds so much fuller and wider sounding.
Yeah. See, I think when I bought my Monarch, I was in the condo, and the store had both in stock. I could get a Monarch 15 watt 112 or the Chimera 30 watt 212, and my brain's like, bro, you need 30 watts. You need
extra watts.
It's bigger. Get it? And then I was like, dude, you live in a fucking 2-bedroom apartment. You can't play either of these things really.
Right.
Like just grow up and get the smaller one.
Just grow up.
And I did, and I love it. It's a great amp, but now I've been able to reverse that a bit and have my cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I
It's
grew
like
up
when
for
I-
3 months.
What was that?
I grew up for 3 months. I sold my 100 watt Plexi because I said that's just ridiculous. Like I played a festival with it. It was an entire amphitheater, and I had it on 2.5 volume.
Yeah.
You just can't. It's too loud. And yeah, I said, man, just stop. Like your favorite amp is a 12 watt amp, the Silk Tone. It's 12 watts. Grow up. Stop.
Yeah.
3 months later, this week, I'm buying a 100 watt Victory amp.
It's just like, whoa, yeah. I think that's where I'm at. Where like my favorite amp is my high watt. So I want to try like they have like a 20 watt version of the amp that I like. So, I want to try that. It's on my list.
Yeah, I thought how many watts is your high watt?
It's 50 watts. Yeah.
Yeah, which
And
is
it's
like
gonna-
a golden
and, like,
number, I think, for
It just
everything.
crushes like it's like a very, because of the way high watts are, like basically one of the reasons they sound the way they do is that the transformers are almost like PA transformers, so they're very high fidelity and they let a lot out, whereas like a Marshall is like a spigot, and the transformers are like fighting the sound,
Yeah,
which is why they have such a distinct like thick like chewiness to them.
yeah.
The high watt's the complete opposite. It's just like a big loudspeaker.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I've never played a high watt.
Me neither.
Oh, it's the best.
I messaged them because they have a shop in Toronto.
Yeah, I sent an email to their whoever it is, because he messaged me after I tagged him in something, and I haven't heard back, but
Yeah,
because I sent him my story of mine, and it's crazy.
Yeah, I said I would love to swing by, like if I'm downtown,
Yeah,
check it out. And I said, yeah, I'll check. I think I was dealing with someone on the UK side, and he's like, yeah, I'll check in with the Toronto team and let you know. And
It's a store or like just a high watt store?
no, so I think the company is actually Canadian owned now.
yeah, it's like a warehouse.
So they have like a custom shop. Like they have a UK manufacturing and some Canadian, or it might even just be almost more of a artist relation. Like maybe there's a team here that owns it and deals that stuff. Because I see they backline a lot of festivals here.
right. Yeah,
But so I don't know what the deal. I don't know.
we should find out. I'm gonna be there in like 2 weeks. Let's find out.
Yeah, you're coming. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't know my schedule for work, but
You suck. Oh, cat's here. Don't
I'll be there
bite
too.
the microphone.
come on up.
Go to Canada.
Let's go to Canada. Okay, it's 7:00 here, 10:00 there. Let's
Say,
call it a day.
Hi, but yeah, that seems good to me.
Plus, we're on
That's-
Andy's. We're streaming to Andy's channel as well, and he's probably just like, "Oh my
hilarious.
god, what are they gonna say?
Yeah.
What are they gonna say?"
These people.
I had ordered pizza and it didn't show up until 2 minutes before we went live.
Oh my gosh, what a life!
Sitting here
Stefan
all the time
says.
going, man, it's gonna be pretty cold.
Stefan says the Milkman creamer. I don't know much about the Milkman stuff. But I know
Milkman is premium. It is so good. Oh yeah.
Great,
Okay.
very just a highbrow Fender.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? It's like a.
Yeah,
Is it a bad thing to say they're Fender
sort
style?
of thing. I'm
No,
not
it's
sure.
a great thing.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Because
Yeah.
I love I still think the Princeton is the pinnacle of amplification other than my high watt. So I'd love to get like a better Princeton. I've been thinking about making one, but
The better Princeton is the Silkton. Oh my God.
This is Silkton.
It's what it is.
Does it have a 10 or a 12?
12.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, the Princetons. I had two vintage ones, and they were both awesome. I had one of each. Like I had a brown Princeton and then a black panel one. Very different circuits,
Yeah, very.
and they were awesome.
Oh man, here you go. I didn't say it. IR2 is the best release of the year.
That's
Seen
a
in 2020.
company plant.
Wow, it's a
Yeah,
plant.
that's
Wow.
exactly. The plant mole. DM101 though. But yeah.
DM101 is nice.
That is IR2 is great. You know, it's funny. I got lucky, which is the way my work worked. I was away in hotels for a couple of weeks, and I got to really enjoy that. Worked out very well. Very
I
cool.
like that. I mean, I like that it's relatively inexpensive, right? I think that's what a lot of people are excited about. Is that
That's the thing, right? You're getting
Yeah.
more features than like an Iridium for half the price.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. I got one more question before we go. If I do have the DM101, have you, not you, certainly you have, but Will, have you tried the DM101 and the Space Echo one?
I have the smaller Space Echo. I have the RE2.
Is it worth getting the Space Echo one?
Oh wow, that's toughy.
They are very
It's a safe place here, Will. You can be.
yeah. I'm thinking realistic. They are different tone. They do
Yeah.
sound different. It's a very different overall sound to the repeats. So if you're really particular, yes. But I do think the multi-head mode on the DM101 could probably satisfy most of the Space Echo urges someone would have.
Yeah,
To me, like the main reason I would want to play a Space Echo is for multi-head.
right, exactly. Because the Strymon Volante is just, it's amazing, it's good, it's blah, blah, blah. It's just,
Yeah.
Continue that. I
It's
love
so
the Volante.
difficult to work. Like the DM101 just worked for me, man. And it's not an easy pedal to learn. It really isn't. And the memory thing, like if you're not plugged into MIDI, the memory thing live is an issue. But
What?
if you do if you want to go from M2
Oh right. Yeah.
to
You gotta kind
M1,
of jump
memory
around.
2 to memory 1.
which
You
is
got to do one of these. But if you have a MIDI thing, you just up and down. It's easy. And the MIDI stuff,
Right.
you can get them for like $20 now on Amazon. Simple. But like the Volante, man, needs a PhD for you to really, really get everything out of it.
especially for
Yeah.
the MIDI side of it too. 'cause
Yeah. But the
I had a
DM1
Volante
would
for a
just
while.
work.
It was a nice pedal. I
I love it. I have one, and I think the RE2. I don't seem biased. I think the tape mode of the RE202 sounds better. The Volante just works a little
well, I
differently.
think the part of
Yeah.
that could be the Volante doesn't have a preamp section.
I think
Right.
it does, doesn't it?
It has like a JFET like thing, but it's not like it doesn't have like a Space Echo preamp emulation.
Right.
Same
Then
with
it
like
does the
Captain
whole-
Dan. It doesn't. It's not emulating the preamp from an Echoplex or a Space Echo
Right.
preamp. It's just a clean.
It's also not true stereo.
You're not getting
Yeah.
character like the Space Echo. Those new ones, they have that preamp kind of modeled in there.
Yeah.
So right away, even without you're getting a little more of a vibe from it.
Right. That's fair. Yeah, I love the Volante. I struggle with because I love the head selection, the way they do head selection, but the preset selection is impossible to use without a MIDI controller if you have more than one preset.
Precisely.
Yeah,
You have press and hold, and
It's a
then
favorite switch, right? You gotta like
Yeah.
design what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've just never been able to do. Oh, I was like, okay, 2 presets it is.
yeah, that's how I have mine running too. Or just a normal one and a really spacey one.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, all right.
You know what? That's the
Yeah.
power of tap tempo. What else do you really need?
Yeah, and and the other thing is that, and I don't want to rag on it. I'm sure it's just me being dumb. Is I see a lot of people talk about the sound on sound mode on it, and I've never been able to get it to work.
Never
well.
got there. I never got there.
I always see
Yeah.
people posting that too.
Yeah, I don't understand.
want that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sound on sound.
like
I don't even
Ambient
know what it
Endeavors
is.
was talking about it. I think he's like,
Yeah.
oh, the sound on sound mode is like money. And I was like, I don't understand. What is it? What does it do?
Yeah.
How do I access it? Because I see it says SOS, and then I click and hold, and then nothing happens. So
Yeah,
It's yeah. I've never mastered it. The looper side of it.
yeah, but yeah, it's delays. We got a lot of delays. So
There's a lot.
yeah,
Of
but they're fun. Delays are fun. Overdrives are cool. Fuzzes are amazing. Blah blah blah. But delays are really fun. Like you can get lost. I don't know if you can get lost in an overdrive. Like how you
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can get really lost in a delay or a really proper reverb for a while, and
For sure.
it,
Yeah.
it becomes fun. It becomes fun again.
Yeah, I feel like overdrives for me are like an on-off switch. It either works or it doesn't.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
I'm like, oh,
Then
yep,
you,
see ya.
you end up finding like level at 12, gain at 2, and then you never really touch it again. It's
Yeah,
just
you
on
don't
off.
touch it for a year.
Yeah.
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 But delays, you're constantly messing and playing with them. That's what's been fun for me,
Yeah,
at least.
I dig it. Cool.
Anyway,
Okay,
I'm gonna
guys.
get the seed. I'm gonna get the Space Echo. Okay, guys.
Yeah, Space Echo, yes. Buy the
Got 'em.
Space Echo. Maybe send an email to a guy. Who knows? Yeah, maybe.
No, he gets the
Maybe
big
you know a
space
guy.
test.
Maybe you know a guy. Maybe we know a guy.
Yeah.
I think you might know a guy.
Yeah. But
Oh, I was
okay,
actually
well,
thinking
let's.
today. I might have to message you once we get off this because I want another aux. I know of another brand that sells something similar to that.
I think my cat just climbed on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We'll talk. Yeah. Sure.
We'll
Um.
have a little
I was gonna say
conversation.
something else, but I can't remember what it was. It's gone. That's the way it works. It's a live stream, baby. Okay.
It's just like 2023. We blinked. It was over.
Yeah. Oh my God.
There
Yeah.
was some cool gear along the way.
2024, man. What do you think is the trend of 2024 going to happen? What's going to be?
I think it's gonna be a
I feel
lot
like
over
this year
probably more clons.
more
clons.
clones,
No,
please.
No. I think we're gonna go very far away from clones in 2024, and I think it's gonna be the era of the Vongon stuff, however you pronounce it. That
Okay.
brand.
All right.
It's
That's
gonna be
cool as shit.
those kind of stuff, the EcoFix stuff. I think we're moving away from small, convenient size.
Okay. That's a pretty astute. I
Yeah.
like that.
Good word.
Like I think we went through the analog phase. Everything had to be analog. Now we're into the digital phase where everybody's like, yeah, let's experiment with digital and be weird and chase buses around. But I think the struggle is the user interface sucks. Like if you want it to stay knobs, it's either going to be super limited or it's going to be
Or you're going to
complicated.
You got to offer
So I think that's where things need to kind of shift away and try to figure something else that's, unique about how we interact with these things. Because I don't think people want to app. I don't think people want to do it that way.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. I'm still down for apps for something, but I know it's not good long term.
right.
Yeah.
The apps. Who knows?
We'll see. I don't know. I mean, so far all I know of for next year is buzzes and overdrives.
Guys, we figured it out.
Yeah.
Just put this transistor this way.
I don't even think there's that much experimentation going on. It's just another fuzz and overdrive.
Yeah.
This
Here's my
one.
thing.
So
I still need to buy because the ultimate best overdrive in the world is the Timmy, and I know that they have a version 3 now, so I still have to pick up one of those.
old steak.
New to me?
You
Yeah, I
just
have a
dropped
new
a
too.
hot take and like it was nothing. He was like, "That's the best overdrive."
Yeah, like that's the best.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Sorry,
Doubling down.
I don't know, guys. I mean, I'm no paid shill. I'm not.
Yeah. Until
Timmy
paid
didn't
my
send you one.
Until little Timmy's paying the bills around here. He's not.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We're Lightspeed.
I think
Insane.
I'd love to try a Lightspeed for sure, but for a overdrive that goes into overdrive or distortion or whatever, the Timmy is king.
So,
absolutely.
I've never actually played a Timmy, but I
Oh.
do know that the story of the Lightspeed is that apparently Nick had designed the pedal himself, and like that's what he came up with, and was like, "This is a Timmy."
Oh, really?
And then he had a whole conversation with Paul
Cochran, yeah.
Cochran
I'm
about
so
like, "Hey,
sorry.
this like, how do we go about this?" And apparently there was some changes. Like they like worked together a little bit to.
Oh, wow.
So I
Yeah.
think I don't think they're the same. Like, there's definitely differences, but I think
Sure.
the overall like thing that you like about the Timmy, you would really love in the Lightspeed
Yeah,
as
the
well.
platform
They're
is
cut from a similar cloth, if you will.
right.
Okay. All right. Okay. That sold me. So yikes. Yeah.
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 You'd
Charles,
love it.
Charles, build your own Timmy in 2024. Yeah. Josh, don't get any good idea. Don't get any ideas, Josh. Come on. Yeah.
The not a
But-
Timmy.
Yeah. But I don't know the I've had so many overdrives over the years, and the Timmy just always kind of works, like because of the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
treble and bass controls. It always just makes it more metal, and I like that. So, yeah, cool.
Sweet.
Anything else, boys? Anything else before we sign off?
I got enough.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah,
buddy.
man, it's fine.
Last minute.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Wait, what is
Oh,
what is
yes.
this every time?
Oh, this is new. This is new Mac stuff. Yeah.
Is that what? Oh, what? That's fucking sick. Does it work?
Yeah.
With,
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think you got to update your Mac.
Hell yeah.
yeah, maybe. I'm a loser. I just look like an asshole.
You just look like an idiot. Yeah.
I feel like a prick right now.
Yeah, you can do. What is the other one? I think it's 2 thumbs down. Is
Dude, I just yeah. Oh my god, that's fantastic. I'm so
it's a thing. It's a thing. Macintosh. Yeah.
wow. Definitely worth the inflated prices now.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. Actually, did I get this in 2023? If the gear of the year for me, if it was 2023 is my MacBook Pro. I've never been a Mac guy, and I got one for work.
Okay, so when did you get your MacBook Pro? Because now you've just triggered me.
I don't know. It might have been this year, but it might have been last year.
Are you on M1 or M2?
It's M2.
Yeah, fuck you.
Wow.
So I bought my MacBook Pro on Boxing Day last year,
Okay.
and 3 weeks later the M2s came out.
Oh,
and that burned.
that hurts.
And then they
might
just
do Boxing Day for me.
it's like
You go Boxing Day. It's Boxing Week right now.
so. Boxing Day is a Canadian Black Friday, but it takes place the day after Christmas instead of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Ah,
So up
Okay.
until like 3 or 4 years ago, we didn't do Black Friday at all.
Yeah.
That became a thing in the last like 5-6 years. Hardcore up here. We
really?
just borrowed it from you.
Yeah.
So Boxing Day was our original. Boxing Day was the sales you would wait for, and trample someone for a TV. That was our trample day.
Uh-huh.
Tonight
Okay.
we riot at Walmart.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
So I bought it right after Christmas. 3 weeks later, the M2s were out, and then they just released M3s in October.
Yeah, but don't, man. My wife just bought an M3 laptop, and I'm on an M1 laptop now. I've got the M1 Mac Studio where I edit. Dude, they're the same. They are identical.
I know it's not gonna, especially for like I'm not doing anything super hardcore anyway. Like I'm putting 3 separate
3D
videos
renderings and,
transition.
like,
I'm not doing a movie on it.
Right.
It's just annoying that within a year, like less than a year, I'm 2 generations old on a product.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. I know.
At that level of price, that's a little bit nuts.
It's hopeful. I mean, hopefully it means that like you don't have like the thing with Macs is that you don't have to. The theory is you don't have to buy and upgrade them as often. So
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Hopefully
I shouldn't have to. I screwed up with my last one. I bought one in 2019. I should
you
have got more time, but I didn't do any video or graphics spec on it because I was only worried about music.
Right.
So when I started getting into this stuff, it cried.
Yeah.
But we know
It's
a
like,
guy.
oh, yeah.
Luckily, I know a guy here local too, so I got a good deal on mine.
Steve, you guys know Steve. Shit.
My buddy Steve. Yeah, I know
You guys
that.
are cool.
I know many of my buddy Steves.
My guy's name is Steven.
Oh, is he?
Jeez Louise.
My buddy Steve.
He's a
You guys
PH
are weird.
though. He does not like Steve. It's Steven.
Okay.
Actually, you helped me out with a little drum thing. That dude, yeah. I was at Cosmo with him.
Oh, funny. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
that's
a Mac guy.
Yeah, he works with Apple, so he.
You know, I looked at him and I was like, yeah, he looks like a Mac guy.
Yeah,
he
looks like a Mac guy.
He looks like he hangs out at the Genius Bar.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He hooked me up with a nice deal there. So
Actually, my buddy at Apple hooked me up with his like employee discount. I don't even know.
did you get the good one or the friend one?
The good one, yeah. He's like, I don't need a phone this year. I
Yeah,
love
that was the thing.
you.
We worked out that drum thing, and then I was like, "So you still got a computer deal?"
Yeah. Can you help me?
Yeah, I'm like, I think I got you a pretty good deal on it, didn't I? I think. He's like, yeah. I think I'm getting a new computer this year.
Jeez. I shouldn't have mentioned it. Sorry.
No, that's all good. Sorry, we can leave now.
We're gonna get our friends in trouble. Yeah.
Go eat lukewarm pizza.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
call a night.
Wow, guys.
Same.
Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Thanks for
We should
having
do it
me.
again. I think we should do it again if you had fun.
I gotta figure out how to close this Instagram stream because the window has disappeared from my Instagram tab, and you're supposed to close that before you leave the stream here, or else it'll just continuously say you're broadcasting something.
Wow.
Nice.
That sounds
see
like
how
a you problem, bud. I
Fucked
don't know.
up.
Okay.
Suck, loser.
Good job, Will.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna hit the end stream button. Maybe that will end your stream there.
Oh. We'll see what
I'm
happens.
just gonna
Guys.
keep waving until you do that.
Thanks for hanging out. Do I have a video to end on? Oh, I do.
I would just tell everyone, if you're still watching, consume more.
Yeah.
Capitalism
Still-
rules. Buy more gear. Tell them that you bought it from me or Buddy. You saw it and you were the guys, and everyone's happy.
Wow. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah. There you go.